Hello, everyone.
Welcome to iCarly.
Why are you all
I'm
Laura?
Carly.
Yes,
With
that's Carly.
Our special guest, Alvara.
Yes,
I'm
so
Carly.
At the end.
real quick, I'm just going to
guys.
go ahead and go down the list of what iCarly character everyone is. It's very
Please
clear
don't.
that Zach is Carly.
You.
Winter, you're Spencer.
Oh, sweet.
Catherine
take that.
Sam. Farron
I
is
will totally accept this.
the guy. I don't remember the guy's name.
Gibby?
Better say Gibby.
Freddy.
No, I'm Gibby. I'm Gibby.
Whoa.
No, Farron's Gibby.
No, you're not.
Oh, it's loud today.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I just gotta
A
get
little heated there.
it.
It's.
What was it? Never coming. No, you're not. Or me yelling, Gibby.
Just everyone talking at once. I just gotta adjust.
Okay.
Farron
Anyway, no, you're not.
Okay,
anyway.
then who's Farron?
You're Freddy
Are you?
Fazbear.
That's fine. That's fine then.
I'm editing the horse image to be Freddy now.
You're also Freddy from iCarly.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't Farron anything.
You're that guy that makes tapenade.
Oh my god, Derek, I forgot
only
about
Guy
guy
from the
that.
smoothie bar?
It's the only guy. It's the only fucking thing I remember
You're
about
the guy from the lobby with like the scab, and he's like.
You know what? You're just mad because I'm Gibby. If I took what iCarly character quiz you are, and
You
I
are the
answered
least
as
Gibby
Farron,
person. You don't
no, Farron
I thought-
is so Gibby.
No, you, not
No,
Favorite.
not me. I thought we were
Nah,
talking about.
No, he said
No.
names. He said names.
I thought Ark was a zombie, not a ghost. Says Aztec in chat.
I'm so sorry to say.
Speaking of the lovelies in the chat, hello everyone. Hi Aztec, hi
I
G.
don't think we
Hello.
addressed anyone there. I think we just fucking argued for a bit.
Also, yeah, sorry about that. Ark is gonna be
No,
a little late
I'm
tonight.
not sorry about that. I thought that was good.
You should
combo.
be, young man. You're in trouble.
Uh-oh. Well, here we go.
I'm calling your fucking parents, man. You're in
You
trouble.
know who you are, Derek? Neville.
Long bottom.
No,
Neville Longbottom.
Neville.
No way.
That's
his
the
name
only
was
Neville
actually
I know.
Longbottom.
I don't remember
Wait,
Neville.
no way.
Neville's
his name was
the little-
Longbottom.
Neville's the little villain who's like.
No, yeah, that's the guy that makes
Jay?
tapenade.
That's the guy that makes Tapenade?
Yeah, the little
Is
like
it?
rich guy.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
rich
We have
kid,
always
yeah.
like the nicest conversations before Strahd starts, and
I
then it's
know.
just 3 hours of depression.
Of like torment.
I'm not depressed talking about iCarly. I am depressed at the prospect of not being my comfort character, Gibby.
Why?
Who I have made an eat a bag of him.
IRL, yeah, Derek's Gibby. IRL, I am not Neville. What the fuck?
Has he fallen from
is
the
there?
roof?
I just realized Fox is like way bigger than the rest of the party right now.
When have I ever
Fox
unhealthily
is big.
obsessed over
Is that by
someone
design?
to the point where
The DM is usually bigger, but
kidnapped them.
he does seem
Okay.
abnormally large.
I think it's
He
the
does
sword.
seem-
When actually he's
No.
quite a short little Banui.
But
Yeah.
meanwhile,
I think it's thrown me off because he's.
Well, just be warned that like
he
if you
seems
act
small,
up,
but
he's
in
gonna
fact
bump you.
he's
but
quite
that's what-
big.
Yeah, that's more appropriate.
The way you shrunk him right when I said that.
How's that?
I love how the sword is like poking some of the chatters.
It's been clipping
Aztec,
chat
it's
like ever
collateral.
since you did
I
this
know it
walk
makes me
thing.
happy. I think that's good.
Oh.
now.
All right. So let me just start off by saying, aside from
Oh
people
wait, I have an
processing,
announcement to make. Fuck your announcement, I have an announcement.
That's fine. Yeah, whatever.
I've got
Fine.
exciting news with the Discord got
No,
together
no,
this
go ahead.
morning.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I will. Thank you, Derek.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Now fuck off.
God damn you. I will fucking come in there, Derek.
We got that 20-minute quota we gotta beat before we start the actual session.
Yeah, seriously, and we have to stall to help Andy hop in.
Pretty much is all this is.
But I do have an announcement. It's Crimson! Hi, Crimson.
I'm Mr. Crimson, King Crimson himself.
Hey, thank you for the resub!
Yay!
Kisses and
Woo!
smooches for you.
They've been sub for 5 months. So, an announcement that the Discord got to see this morning. Everyone else, you're hearing it now, and then everyone after that, you're hearing it tomorrow with the VOD. If that makes
Okay.
sense.
And Twitter.
And Twitter. YouTube and Twitter gets it last, so if you want it first, you gotta be in the Discord.
And live journal. Don't forget the Roll for Your Lives live journal.
We don't have a live journal.
Roll for your
It's a
live journal.
journal.
I don't know.
Live journal.
And don't forget the Roll for Your Lives DeviantArt.
Oh, you
There
can
is not a
contribute to
DeviantArt.
inspiration?
There should be that.
Can.
Why is there not?
A
we
DeviantArt
already
for
have
many
one?
reasons, and I'm not getting down the DeviantArt rabbit hole right now. But
Did somebody say rabbit hole?
You have to.
hey, the community challenge has been 25% funded.
Yes!
Thank you guys for the gold pieces.
I would have sent more if I didn't waste them on
my
potions
God, me
last
Aztec.
session.
Oh, Ash, whoa. We've got Mariah with 788 gold pieces. We got Aztec with 2,000 and Ash with 2,000. Thanks, guys.
Yes.
But the announcement, something very exciting. Those of you have asked, and we have done our best, and it's ordered and it's on the way. We've got Curse of Strahd merch coming soon.
Put him on the screen.
Who got it?
Hey,
Yes!
it was
They got it.
Diego.
Diego!
And here is the Curse of Strahd stickers merch coming soon to you.
It's us! Look at us!
Oh my god.
There we
It's so
are.
wonderful.
God.
I love it. Look at that mustachioed man.
I'm really
That
sad we never
dynamic
committed
pose
to
night.
the like mustache as its own sticker.
Just the mustache.
Just the stat.
Like I think we could have done like a set, and you know how like the Decay than the ice set comes with y'all's logo. You could have done the mustache
mustache.
instead. So they just
Prince,
put
you
logo
wanna
and
punch
mustache
everyone.
on Farron.
What if it's like pin the
I also
mustache?
frequently want to punch the mustache man in campaign.
Pin the mustache on the Lobrin.
In campaign.
Our new party game.
I love Dollop.
Oh.
Dollop is very good. I
Dollop
want
makeshift clutch win.
someone give Dollop a little mouse. He's been through a lot.
I actually still don't have him back right now, I just realized.
It's like
Yeah.
a 10-minute
We
ritual.
probably should do
Yeah, I
that
gotta
while the
summon
group
him.
is in the middle of the church pacing around. Think what the fuck
I'll do
we're
it
doing.
tonight. I'll do it tonight.
73% raised for viewer
Also, I don't have a dress
inspiration.
ready for the ball.
Wait, no, I thought
couldn't
we
find
We
a
stopped-
don't,
shirt.
we don't need
I
that
thought-
ready.
I thought we stopped on the road and you called them back.
Did I?
What?
Yeah, didn't we stop like on the way back for a couple minutes?
I don't think we
I
stopped. I think
didn't.
she just mentioned we didn't have him.
I summoned Dollop before we left for the bridge, and then Strahd came and fucking wiped our asses.
Yeah,
This-
and I thought Mariah was like, "Let's pull over so you can summon Dollop."
We should have
Not
kept.
after.
That was before we fought Strahd.
We should have kept Dollop out
Because I
just
rolled-
so Strahd had another target
yeah,
to like
just
attack.
Just to let you
with
guys
arm.
know, true to what Aztec is saying, Strahd does look like this in our campaign continuity.
Funicula.
Yeah, he looks like Funicula.
Oh.
He's very short, and honestly, it takes a lot of the.
I'm not gonna lie. If I DM Strahd would have been a chick. So like
You look-
I am down with Bunicola.
Hmm.
He looks like Bionicle.
Bionicle.
He looks
I love
like
playing
yeah. he looks
with
like-
hot women villains.
No, I don't want to make it so. I want Strahd to be the big hot vampire man.
We need to like commission a piece where it's just like it's us fighting Strahd, but it's like the fucking killer rabbit scene from Holy Grail.
That bunny's dynamite.
I had a train of thought and then I lost it. But the point of it was we've got Curse of Strahd stickers coming
Did we
soon,
just
so
finish
keep
a
an eye
live
out.
train crash?
And if you want to see where you can buy it, Zach, tell them where they can get it.
You can get it at Amazon, Walmart, or just kidding. It's
No. That is not where it is.
You can
You're not
only
wrong.
get it at Brookstone and Sharper Image.
Do either of those stores even still exist?
Yeah, the Sharper Image does
You remember when
at least.
when Donald Trump had specific Trump steaks, and he was like, Sharper Image is the only place to buy them. Who's getting steaks at Sharper Image?
Oh shit, I
Wait,
forgot
what the
about
fuck
that.
is Sharper Images?
It's a Sharper Image was like a, if I'm remembering correctly,
Like
it's a
an
very
electronics
old
store,
tech
right?
store. Yeah.
No, it's
Me getting my graphics card and also a really weird steak.
Yeah, I think it might have done like other stuff too, but I definitely remember it being like kind of.
It was like
It's kinda
appliances
like-
too, right?
It's a little
kind of
before my
like, yeah,
time.
it's like tech appliances. Some of them are actually kind of. I used to get their catalogs. Some of the stuff on there is actually kind of interesting, like little gadgets.
Is it still around?
It's still around. They're still around.
Remember when you could just get catalogs in the mail and that's like how you browsed?
I'm on
They
the website.
closed.
now.
They closed all physical stores in 2008, but they are still open digitally.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. I remember they're around. Look, they have a video camera bird feeder. There you go.
Oh, that's actually sick.
That actually is pretty cool.
Yeah, they got like weird shit like that, like little gadgets. Like here's a 2-in-1 digital laser tape measure. Like, why do you need that?
For your steaks.
Oh. For your steaks.
Want to measure that cut?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, there's some. It's kind of just like quirky little things. little gadgets and shit.
And stickers. You can get the Strahd stickers at Sharper Image.
They're on
So just
Sharper
keep that in
Image.
mind.
You cannot buy them at Sharper Image.
But you can.
We are not affiliating ourselves with Sharper.
The image is not that sharp.
No, but Bloomingdale's though.
The fuck is a Bloomingdale?
Bloomingdale's is a way too expensive department store.
Dude, we're gonna hit the 30-minute mark. Just
Talk about
very-
stalling for Andrew.
Just talking about like defunct big box stores.
I'm fine with the stalling. It's fucking hilarious.
Lord
I
and
did this
Taylor.
majority
I was gonna
voice
say, you
chat
should have
off
said
stream.
Lord and Taylor because that one closed for sure.
I think it's still around somewhere.
Go to Hastings.
Oh, I miss Hastings.
Right? I only went there when I was like 11, but so it has like a weird like nostalgia filter.
I miss EB Toys
EB fucking and EB Games.
and EB Games.
I don't think I heard of that one.
EB Games is what I
I think that's what I was thinking
GameStop
of is
bought
EB
out.
Games.
Yeah, EB
Yeah.
Games, that is the throwback.
Yeah, right.
I loved
That was
EB Games.
I think GameStop just bought them out, and now GameStop is just like basically like a fucking cryptocurrency with a store attached to it.
Right? That's like one of the funniest things to me as of late.
Anyway, none of this has anything to do with vampires, so why don't
Oh,
we
wait.
talk? Oh,
I
no,
have
go
actually a
ahead.
question related to vampires,
Oh,
or I guess
oh,
the campaign.
oh.
We
I'm
already,
kidding. Go
have
ahead,
viewer
go ahead.
we already have viewer inspiration. So like, what? Do we just have two if we meet
This
this goal?
was technically for the Decay Within the Ice party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
we'll
will
just
have to
say this
separate
goes
them.
to them.
That's not cross campaign. That would be very. That
Yes,
would be complicated.
Are they connected in lore?
They are.
Oh, they're in the same continuity.
They're in the same continuity.
They're both in the Sharper Image catalog.
They're both. Yeah, he's right.
The Sharper Image tabletop universe.
Sharper Image. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So while you guys were
You
fighting
think like the
Strahd,
CEO is watching this shit?
Oh, he knows.
Jonathan Sharper Image.
Derek, inspiration.
Sorry.
Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah, we're
Mark.
way behind. Anyway, players voted last week, and Lobrin got player inspiration. Way to go, Lobrin. That was well earned.
More pity, but yeah. Kidding.
Excuse me.
And then people voted on Discord, and the community inspiration went to Arc by a significant margin. Although there was a close second to a water emoji. Real tasteful, guys.
Oh, rip off.
Um,
What would he have done with that? Could he reroll his death save?
No.
I think he had a death
Hell
save.
no.
Well, you may, like, I don't know what would have happened then, but
From
that
falling
is
from
not.
that height, he would have taken more damage than he had HP.
Or maybe he landed on a truck that had a bunch of pillows in it that passed by. Only then. Anyway, so congratulations to you two. Yeah.
That's all.
Congratulations to Rolf.
Congratulations and R.I.P. Rolf. You will not be
R.I.P.
forgotten.
Rolf.
Someone else will have to announce House Broken Golf. Very sad. And why don't we get into the recap from our very own Lobarin?
Yes.
Break it down, Lobrin.
But first, a message from our sponsors.
Sharper Image, the only place where you can get certain types of steak.
We need to stop. This
Good
fucking-
lord.
Please don't mention the steak again. We do not need to do any word of mouth anything for that individual. Okay. Alright, session 21. The party continued their bout with Strahd as he cast Fireball, downing Twyla, who was quickly picked up by Ark. The party then rushed forth, beginning to crowd him, with Lucia and Twyla attacking from a distance. As Strahd sank his fangs into their flesh and fired off spells, Ark attempted to appeal to him regarding their ability to grow and provide a more entertaining challenge. It was an impressive speech as the party paused to assess Strahd's reaction. He stood for a moment before casting Sleep, knocking out Twyla, Rolf, Elizabeth, Bruno, and Lobrin and Farin. Rise from your grave. Kidding. He next turned to Ark, acknowledging his words before focusing on Lucia, taunting her and saying he would let her live because what she was growing into was simply too fun to observe. He then said he would spare them if he chose someone to die among the party. After a brief moment, her eyes shifted to Lobren's retainer, Rolf, who was among the sleeping party members. Strahd lifted him up, confirmed her choice, and dropped Rolf off the bridge as he fell 200 feet to his death. As Lucia and Ark looked over the side of the bridge, Ark told her they could not speak the truth of this to anyone.
Girl, you are on the brink.
As the rest of the party awoke after a few moments, they regained their bearings before Lobren asked about Rolf. Ark said Strahd made them sacrifice someone and lied in saying it was his choice. He stated that Strahd would not let him sacrifice himself, so he chose Rolf. That part was true. Lobren, agitated, said next time he should sacrifice him, Lobren, and that Rolf was innocent, being brought into this against his will and only because he was sworn to serve Lobren. The mood hung sober as Lobren delivered some final words about Rolf, and the party sat in silence until Esmeralda and Van Richten arrived. Twyla greeted Van Richten, saying she felt as if she had failed her friends, as Ark inquired as to whether or not there was anything Van Richten could provide to help them. As the party reluctantly continued onward after Van Richten and Esmeralda arrived and left to investigate a lead, Lucia and Ark spoke again briefly, with Ark saying that she could not tell the truth and that he covered for her. She was on the brink, since she did not want her to become further isolated in the party. As they arrived at the gate to Vallaki, Arabelle ushered them over secretly to talk. He explained that recently a woman came into town on a caravan and introduced herself as the Duchess, stating there would be celebrations later on before vanishing. He then provided them with cloaks as they successfully snuck into town before moving to the church. There they discovered Irina was gone, but a letter was produced to them with Ismark's hair at the bottom. The letter itself invited them to a masquerade ball at Castle Ravenloft, where their hosts were eager to have them. And that was where we left off.
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good bookkeeping as always.
But
Because I cannot keep track of that shit for the life of me.
Way to go, Zach. Yeah, very good note taking, and I can't imagine doing that mid-session too. That's got to be hard. Yeah. So anyway, when we had left our funny men and women, you had just received news from Father Lucian at the chapel, at the abbey, as it were, that Irina had received the very letter that you guys had just read through. The lock of blonde hair attached and a wax seal at its bottom, indicating that there would be a masquerade you have been invited to as special guests, and only 3 nights from now. 3 nights from now. 3.
okay.
Okay, so order of operations.
Oh,
Let's
3 nights from
gear
now.
up, get an outfit, and then go over there and fucking kill that bitch.
Well, let's not forget we do have to look for the niece. She's supposed to be in town somewhere. We should prioritize.
We're on a time
finding
limit.
her. We have 3 days to get there.
Maybe we should ask
Yeah.
some questions around town.
Father Lucian looks between all of you and says, and kind of looks a little bit like taken aback and says, "What, you're not going to do anything about Irina? She left only a few hours ago."
Oh, we're gonna do something about it. Trust me. We just have to be more prepared first.
We're just thinking. This is the first time Lucy probably saw me with the new outfit.
That's
I
true.
love my
That's
hair.
a good point. He's like kind of a little bit taken aback by everything. There's a lot of information going on right now and doesn't seem to focus anywhere in particular. He's a little distant. Anyway,
Yeah.
carry on.
Any idea where she could have gone?
He's just kind of like rubbing his temples a little bit. It's clear he's had a long night already, even though the night's only just begun. Well, I suspect that she is making her way towards Ravenloft, and there's only one way from Vallaki to get there. It could be possible to catch her with horses, but you would have to act quickly.
Farron, turn into a horse.
I can't right now. I can't turn into a horse right now, Lucy. I'm sorry.
So she
Shit.
left on foot.
She didn't really explain herself very much. Didn't give much of a word. The letter was addressed to her, so I delivered it. She read it, dropped it, and left.
I don't want to split the party, but there's like several things we gotta do.
We
I
have
think
to.
the best way we could is like, yeah.
We do not have to split the party?
Yes, we must. Irina should not be allowed to go to Strahd's castle alone.
Oh, I was speaking as Mariah.
Okay, well,
I'm speaking as
low,
Lope.
thinking out loud.
Lobrin's like, what is that voice? Who's that coming from?
This is a bad scenario to be in.
I must ride after Irina. I think it would make sense for me, the person who actually has access to a horse, to do so. The only other person might be Ark, but I'm not sure if you'd want to join me on this venture.
I don't think the man's here right now either. And
You
she'll
want to
like
go
tap his
after
helmet.
Irina, who's probably surrounded by people way more powerful than us after we just barely survived an encounter with Strahd and still have not rested?
We could catch her. There's no guarantee she's already there.
Right, it sounds like she did depart on foot, so we have a chance. I think it would be perhaps perilous, but maybe necessary.
Well, it was only 2, maybe 3 hours ago. It would be a difficult
Oh, then yes, we
difficult
could totally-
feat to catch her, but not impossible.
on horseback.
Just so you guys
Right.
know, I have no spells left.
Yep. Neither do I, but we're kind of working with the cards we're given.
And I
Listen-
can't beast shape right now unless we took a short rest, which I don't know if we did. Did we?
No,
I'm confident we did, because we were talking about how hit points work during short rests.
did we
Okay,
short
so
rest?
then
Yeah, we
you
short rested.
You short rested after the Strahd fight on the bridge.
Yeah,
I rolled hit dice.
I remember that too now. I think it would be best if maybe just those who had access to horses went, just so it was a little faster.
So it's you and
so
Ark. then.
you and me.
Well, Ark, actually. Well,
Ark lost his horse, didn't we? Did Ark lose his horse?
oh
too?
yeah, he did.
Art's
He
just
can
kind of
come
like
in,
looking through the chap a little bit, helmet on, and he just he looks and says, "I can go if needed. Irina's safety is
Anyone
important."
Do you have your horse available, Ark?
You can summon it. Right?
Like
No,
torrent.
he can't. He doesn't get spell slots back on a short rest.
Yikes.
Let's
That's
say
a
he's out.
spell?
Yeah,
Summon Steed or summon
it's fine, Steed.
Fine Steed, thank you.
Cool.
Well, Farin, you said you have the ability to travel swiftly.
If I'm a horse, yeah. And then when we get there, I only have one wild shape left, and then no spells. So what if you go down? Who's gonna heal you?
Well, that's assuming we'll go down. Which we
Lopin?
Your friend just died. Kidding.
I'm really worried about her too. But we just lost someone, and I don't want to lose anyone else right now.
You don't think I know that? I feel the loss more than any of you.
I know you do. I can't even begin to imagine what you're going through, but I don't want anyone else to die.
What about Irina? We're just supposed to leave her to her own devices?
I just don't think that two people should go on their own.
She's falling right into Strahd's trap!
How do we know he's not with her right now?
We don't, but at least there's a chance. We know
He
there's
was.
chance
He
right
did get to us pretty fast.
We're just gonna run right into him again? And say what? Hey, do you mind if we have Irina back?
Listen, this is all speculative. The only thing we know is she left 2 to 3 hours ago and she's still somewhere along the road. That's a chance worth taking, in my opinion.
How long does it take to get there on foot? Maybe we can gauge where she is.
We're not going to catch her on foot. If she's also on foot, she's moving just as fast as we are.
Well, no, I'm saying where maybe we can figure out where along the path she is.
You guys would remember having come from Village Barovia to get to Vallaki initially. Took the better part of an entire night.
But she's going to Ravenloft, right?
That's right. So it wouldn't take quite as long, but it would take several hours, many hours.
Well, she's
So
shooting
if people,
down.
she wasn't going by foot, she was going by horse, right, and carriage.
You don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We're assuming on foot, it seems.
What time of day is it?
It's dusk.
She left on her own, or she left with the lady.
Father Lucian inferred that she left by her own devices on her own.
Oh my god.
Cause like, okay, this is the annoying thing right now. Cause how to put it? Irina is a priority, but also this might be the one time I get to try and finish my gun before we fight that motherfucker again, and I really need to get this thing.
No, that's
done.
that's why I'm thinking we should split.
Yeah, that's why I'm like.
We gotta do some investigating in town as well for multiple.
Yeah.
Arabelle kind of pipes up at this point. He's in the corner of the chapel. He doesn't look comfortable at all. Still has hood of cloak on. He says, "Don't forget our agreement. I help you, you help me.
I know.
Understand?"
I know.
Yes, we're thinking.
There's a child missing. I know.
We're going to help her. We're going to find her.
Yours is the burden of difficult choices. It's no different than when you arrived here.
We're
But I've seen you
playing
do
with
impressive
fucking
things.
Difficult choices.
Maybe Ark and Lobrin should go after Irina, because I don't know, maybe Ark still has some healing abilities left, but I'm tapped. So I think it's smarter for me to stay with in the village.
Do we have any health potions right now?
I was just about. I'm checking my inventory now.
I
I'm gonna
have
hand
one,
you any I
actually.
have.
I thought we had some. Yeah.
Well, Winter had one from
I don't.
I
Rudolph.
gotta open up my
I don't have
sheet.
anything.
Okay, now the question is, do we give Ark the symbol in case Strahd's there, or do we keep it on us?
Why not Lobrin?
Because you can't use it.
You're not a holy
I am. I worship the gods.
Did it? When
Yeah,
we
which
first
ones?
get here, you
Which
like
one?
shit
Oh,
the
no.
entire place.
No, that was somebody else.
That was a no-brainer.
What god do you worship, Lobrin?
The
And
hell,
don't say
Hell?
Lysander.
hell.
He looks at
Oh,
Ark's helmet
hell.
and just says, "Help."
It's a bad
Right.
day to be Vecna.
He's got an expression plastered on his face, like, oh yeah, I just remembered that one.
I worship the morning man.
The morning man.
Day, man.
McGlubbiot.
Oh.
Night, man.
It's just the first one I could remember.
Oh,
The
okay.
first one you can
Great.
remember is Maglubiet.
Well, he forges his axes up in the sky.
So,
Do not
Yeah.
put a gun to my head and tell me to name a deity. I will name only Pathfinder ones. I can name you
I
like
could
20
name some
Pathfinder
deities
deities,
and
not a
like a
single
deity.
5e deity.
Oh yes, Paisio, finder of the path.
Canon answer is no,
So what are we doing, guys?
I don't know. It's not up for me to. I can literally, if I went with Lobrin.
Why
I
the
would
fuck
just
does our
die.
group leader have to be the late one?
all right, give me some sort of health potion or something if you have it.
I'm gonna hand mine to
Anything that can
Lobrin.
help me on the
I'm
road.
going into battle.
All right,
Look,
thank you.
I'm going into battle and need your strongest potion.
I hope Coriander's strong enough to be able to carry the day here.
How's Coriander
So-
looking?
She looks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I
she's
healed
not.
her.
She's not with you people
She's
right
kind
now,
of
but.
tall, yeah.
But when last you saw her, I mean, she wasn't keeping up the fastest of paces. She looked pretty haggard from getting the shit kicked out of her.
Didn't I heal her to full though?
You did, yes. That doesn't mean that
I
she's
mean, there's
not
still
very
also, like-
worn out from.
Like the
Yeah.
spiritual
She
and
needs
mental
blue
thing of getting your ass
grass.
beat.
She
All
needs
right.
some
Is it
blue
possible for
grass.
you both to write on Artax? Oh no,
Artax
Ark
is
doesn't have
not around.
Artax.
Our text is gone right now, so it's literally we'd both have to ride on Coriander.
Oh,
just
Coriander's looking like rough too.
It's
Now,
just
mind you,
probably-
I do not know if he has spell slots of that level available. I'm assuming he has none available because I do not have a sheet. If he comes in and tells me that he does have some ready, then At any rate,
All right, I shall head out then. Ark, if you're feeling up for it. Actually, can I just ride with Ark on Coriander, and if he has the spell slot, we can move faster because he'll have Artax?
sure.
Let's do that.
Okay.
All right, Ark, come with
Hopefully
me.
she shows up soon.
If you're If you develop that connection to Artax again, I think calling upon them would be most wise for our circumstances.
He gives you a nod.
Is he even there?
It's it's been our role
Knocks
to
on his helmet.
protect people for as long as we've been here. It's just no different. We've put ourselves in danger before. We have to do it again.
Now remember, if you guys catch up and there's danger, Derek doesn't have Ark's character sheet.
I know that,
Okay.
but I have my character sheet.
Thank you so much for the follow, Kashatria.
Thank you. I
Thank
can't. I have
you.
to squint to read that.
All right, so I'm gonna ride out of town.
You and Ark do so, and that's right. But oh my God, yes, he is a bunny paladin. Thank you so much.
Bunny paladin.
You are a
it's Cass.
paladin.
Hey, Cass.
Hello.
Hello, Bryn.
Not the player. They're the GM. Our paladin is currently missing in action.
Our paladin is a little AFK right now.
He'll be around.
He said he's having some computer trouble, but he'll be on ASAP.
No problem.
Oh damn.
At any rate, we will time bubble to our Valaki friends first, simply so we can give Andy as much time as he can possibly get. As you two ride out, Arabelle kind of shakes his head a little bit and looks between you all.
We
get out of scowl.
We get out of the city with no issue.
I'm going to say following the path you took and knowing what you know about the rotation of the guards, I'm not going to make you roll again. At least not this time, since you're not really doing a lot of traveling in the city here.
All right.
All right, so Valaki folk, what are you doing?
Well, first things first, I'm gonna shape change back into a half elf instead of grandma.
Grandma. Okay.
I am going to put my hood up and
It's
immediately
Ark!
start. Hey, Ark.
Andy.
I am immediately going to make my way to whatever shop would have what we need. Because
Okay.
I'm like, kid, yes, this thing is a priority for me. My fighter multi-class is literally worthless if I don't have this thing.
Okay. So go ahead and roll.
Sorry.
Yeah, 1 second, please. So go ahead and roll stealth if you're navigating the city in any regard, and I'll say either perception or investigation, looking for the appropriate store.
Is Pass Without a Trace still up? It lasts for an hour.
Then yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I would also like to ask for maybe aid on the perception. Since I would tell
You're by
y'all I'm gonna
yourself,
go
right?
look around. Oh, okay, fair enough. Rolling for Pass Without Trace. I got 18.
18. All right. You're not exactly the most subtle and quiet of folk, but you do manage to maintain to the shadows easily enough. A couple of the patrols of armed guards do pass right by you as you tuck down into an alleyway, but they don't seem to notice you. You don't see Izek or Vargas or any of the higher ups. Does seem like the only people that are even on the streets right now are armed guards. As you're passing about, buildings seem to be mostly boarded up, shutters closed, doors shut, lights off. People do not seem very out and about at the moment.
Shit.
And at any rate, that perception roll, what was it?
I didn't roll perception. I was waiting to see what the stealth was.
Sure.
Is it possible for me to pivot my search then to any place that could just have bits and bobs? Because if everything's all fucking boarded up, I doubt people are going to be willing to sell.
Mm-hmm. Well, houses are. As you pass the Blue Water Inn, you can tell that's quite open.
Okay, then I'll look for a shop if it's still an available option.
Hit me with that perception check.
Please. Fucking that one.
Ooh.
I don't have inspiration either.
Ooh.
God damn it.
The funny thing about stores in Valaki is that a lot of them don't advertise themselves very well. Even though this is the biggest metropolitan hub in the Valley of Barovia, it's still a pretty backwater town. So there are places that look like they might have had an advertising sign at one point or another that have now just kind of look like more nondescript buildings. But as you're wandering around, You do see one particular store that has a sign still up. It's hanging from a single bolt off of its
Sharps.
hanger, and it's not Sharper Image. No, it's it's on the it's a bit of a cramped looking shop with a dark entrance portico. And the sign above it reads Blinsky's Toys. It's the window, through the window, you can see that it's only very dimly lit. Doesn't look like anyone's been here for a little bit of time. But there is a light from within.
Oh, Blinsky's got the toys.
Shit, I'll make my way in.
All right, you do so. And before you, you see a open kind of like center hall room that's lit by like, we're talking like a couple candles. At the front desk, there is a capuchin monkey who's just kind of like jolts upright as you enter. He kind of jolts upright and jumps on top of one of the shelves, getting a little bit of higher vantage point and looking at you a little bit warily. And then as the door closes behind you,
palms open, just to kind of show not a threat.
Okay, you do so, and he's just kind of like looking at you very warily. He doesn't really trust you. But as the door closes behind you, there's a little bell on the door that rings, and then from upstairs you hear, one moment, one more, I'll be right with you, friend, please. Patience. And then you kind of hear rummaging, and then urgent footsteps coming down the stairs. Doop, 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 doop. And then what you see is a very portly man in a sort of like a kind of like an aged jester's outfit. Green and purple. He's got the hat, the bells on the hat, and everything. And he kind of looks to you, mouth agape, almost like he's surprised to have a visitor. I should say, as you're looking around the store, even before he comes on out, you see that there's a number of like dolls, a station where it looks like he had been crafting some.
This is some Pinocchio ass motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah. There's like little sawhorses. There's like sawhorses and the like. And he comes down and he looks at you, and then he just claps his hands together and he says, "Oh, friend, welcome. This is so good to see you. Welcome. I am Gadolf Blinsky. This is Blinsky's Toy Emporium. Please have a look around." He's
Dude, I have mixed thoughts about making a gun in a toy factory.
Going to Build-A-Bear to get that thing. Anyway, hey, look who it is. And yes, we do have a picture.
List?
I'm working on it.
Yeah, you're fine.
This isn't
I actually want to ask
Fasanji.
Twyla, do you have the list of the shit I needed? Because I don't remember where I wrote it down.
You went by yourself.
I'm not with you.
No, I'm saying like out of game. Like.
Oh, like did I write that down?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Okay, here we go. Nope. Thank you, Zach.
I did not.
Thank you, Zach, for your awesome recaps.
See, they're not recaps.
Hello. Sorry, I was away for a second, but I heard thank you, Zach, for your awesome recaps. Much appreciated.
Yeah, I needed to find what I needed for the gun.
I have the Alk. Oh yeah, that's in the recap.
It's like a screw, not a screw, what you call it? A
Fire
hammer?
A firing hammer, a spring, and
and like a pin.
Ramrod.
At any rate, he kind of like scurries around the shop, kind of cleaning up some things that look like have been kind of haphazardly thrown about. It's like parts of toys he was working on and whatnot. It's very clear he hasn't had a patron in a while. But as you're kind of looking around, and as he greets you, he kind of like picks up a few things. He says, "Oh, please come in. What do you think of this one? It's a handsome specimen, yes." And it's a doll that doesn't yet have a head on it. It looks like it like would have been like some sort of like haughty noble affectation if it were complete. He says, "Oh, no, this one. Look here." And it's like a little rocking horse that's missing a leg.
I will like give like a lighthearted chuckle, humoring it.
You look so silly.
She is like trying to
like that.
She is trying to play along. Let me see this. All right, I haven't seen here. Oh my god. Why does he just have like a little guy?
It's a monkey.
It's a little capuchin.
He just has like a little guy with him.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, please, what can I help you find? Perhaps me or my friend Piccolo can help you locate it."
I am looking for specifically parts to finish a gadget of my friends.
Parts.
bit of a
What?
specific invention.
Oh, I see. So, no toys then, of course not. That's like, why would you want toys?
Actually, I might have to take you up on one. It's because we are also trying to find my friend's kid. They got lost during a city panic.
Unfortunate fate. I know exactly what you need. You need something to cheer her up when you find her. Yes. Let's see. And he kind of rummages
This
a little
is not
bit.
the type of character she needs to be talking to right now after just condemning one of her friends to be murdered.
Oh my god.
This is such juxtaposition for her. Oh my god.
He pulls out a what looks to be like a nesting doll, and he places it on the table. And he says, "Oh, this one was quite popular at one time. Look here." And he opens it, and there's a smaller one inside. And he continues like this until it gets to the smallest one in the center. He says, "See, most amusing." Yes. No, and I can tell you, you are more discerning than this. Please, just one moment.
Oh my
Pulls
god.
out a little ventriloquist dummy that looks exactly to the likeness of Strahd von Zarevich.
And now 1,000-yard stare, just like.
And he's kind of like he's using like the little like, what would you call that? Like the little
the hanging, like the little like.
Yeah, the little like controller, the little Xbox controller for it. He's like making him do a little dance. He says, "Oh, what do you think? It's pretty good."
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah. Yes, well, I can see you were not so amused by that one, but it's at this moment, Lucy, I'm not going to have you roll for this. At his little workstation, you can see that there is a doll to an uncanny, like impossible for it to be a coincidence, likeness of Irina Kolyana.
Oh.
Huh?
How recently was that one made? As
Oh,
she
wait,
eyes it.
Oh, which one? This one? I'm afraid it's not for sale. One particular patron, he's commissioned a few of these.
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
Yes, each one a little different. And he comes in demanding strange requests of a doll, and I make it, and then he looks at it, he takes it, he comes back and he asks for the same thing, but with adjustments. Well, who am I to argue?
Oh.
He is sad.
Are you thinking Strahd does like puppet plays of himself?
I'm just thinking he just like wants to have her.
It's like that scene in Spaceballs.
It's sad, but
No,
also
you're
think
right,
how
it's
creepy
playing
he
with
is.
girls again.
Well, it's kind of pathetic if it is Strahd doing that just for the purpose of having a doll of her. If it's for like magical purposes, then I get it. But otherwise, it's like, oh, brother.
I think there's some voodoo shit we're like looking at.
Mm-hmm.
This is odd.
Ask him. Ask him. Oh, I'm not there.
Fucking pigeons.
So how are you responding to this very strange doll of your friend Irina?
She's trying to like not really allude that she knows the person, but just kind of like keeping a mental note of that for later. And then she doesn't want to pull out her like gun, so she will just said, "Okay, so it's a bit of some specific things. But my friends, I'm helping my friend finish a device of his, and I need just a few more bits from our assumptions on how to get this thing functioning."
Oh yes, certainly. And he places the doll of Irina aside, and he says, "Oh, just one thing before we continue. If you see the patron who was requesting this, please do not tell him that I told you any of this. I think it is meant to be more confidential. He only comes in here every now and again."
Oh, it's fine. It's not like it's Strahd himself. And then he just like opens the door.
No, that would be quite the thing. No, he's the captain of the guard. At any rate, let's take a look here.
Really?
What?
And he kind of looks through he looks through like the gun a little bit, and he kind of like runs his fingers through his scruff, and he says, "Okay,
Specifically, we are looking for a hammer, a spring, and then a ramrod to go through here."
hold on.
Kind of like,
I have one of those, and he kind of reaches into his back workshop, and he pulls out like a small little like tinker's hammer. He's like this.
What the fuck? Yeah.
No, it's not a gun hammer. It's a
I know,
hammer.
no, but like, yeah, like, I'm thinking what we could do here. Something smaller. It has to be a bit more, almost needle-like. Maybe a bit thicker.
Okay. You say something about spring and what was that other part?
Ramrod.
I wish we went with her, Winter.
I didn't know this was gonna happen.
I'm struggling here. This is gonna be fucking
I
hilarious.
really wish we went with her.
Can I look around, like, the shop of what I can see just from
You sure
standing
can.
here?
You sure can.
Okay.
It's a bit of a mess. There's some monkey droppings. There's like stuff
Monkey
kind of thrown
droppings.
about. Yeah, he just kind of goes.
Sure,
The monkey, by the
would
way,
not like to hear.
the monkey, by the way, is wearing a little small pink tutu.
Oh.
Oh my god, 10.
Yeah. Okay. So you
Play.
see, overwhelmingly, he works with like wood carving, string. There's very little in the way of metal components, and that which is there is mostly like filaments and kind of things like that. Nothing super mechanical per se. I mean, the closest that you get is that there does seem to be a little jack in the box that pops out with a spring, but it's quite a large spring.
Shit. Thinking here. Anything in here that could be work?
If you want something specific, I could find time in my very busy schedule to craft it for you, perhaps. But my metalworking is well, I used to go to someone for that, but he is out of town now.
Understood.
Probably Rudolph.
Anything could help. Anything would help.
Okay, you say small thin hammer, spring of about what size? And he kind of gestures with his hand as though he's trying to measure.
She will give him the guesstimate that her and Twyla came up with.
And a ramrod. I cannot promise one or any of them, but I will try. Come to me again in some nights. Again, please do not say anything about...
No, I would not dream of it. I very much appreciate your help, and we have to leave out of town in a couple of days, so I will be coming in whenever I can. Hopefully this can get done.
Yes. Yes, of course. But what about a toy? Would you like a toy?
I will take the nesting dolls.
Oh, splendid. That is... for you, I could part with that for a single silver.
She will instead pull out a gold and put it on there. Consider it like deposit for me making such a unique request.
He kind of claps his meaty hands together, like excitedly, kind of dances on one foot and then the other. He goes, "Oh, it's just a splendid night indeed."
And 3 more if you can get it done in under 2 days.
Okay. Yes, I will try.
And then I will walk out holding the nesting doll. What the fuck was any of that?
Okay.
I am taking the gun back, just to clarify.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Rest of you and Valaki crew, what are you doing
I
right now?
just fucking left the gun there.
Ark, we should probably tell you that you're with Lobern on the road right now.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? How did I end up there?
So I'll tell you what happened.
I wasn't planning on that.
Basically, they said Irina is like she left on foot, but she's only left like 2 to 3 hours ago. So there was a chance that we could maybe catch her by horseback. So I didn't know if you. We know you don't have Aatrox, right? Or what is it?
Aatrox.
I can.
Aatrox.
Artax.
Artax, right?
Artax. I can summon him again.
Yeah, all right. We weren't sure if you had the spell slot, so right now you're riding on the back of Coriander. But I said like if you're feeling a little better later, you can and have that connection to Artax. Call them so we can say like.
Put a Yu-Gi-Oh card of Artax on your dual disc. And
Yeah.
summon
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll summon Artax again.
Okay.
I just
And
figured I
before-
should let you know that.
Before we get to
Thank
you,
you.
guys, let's discuss what the rest of the Valaki crew is doing.
Alright, I'm gonna once again disguise myself as Nana. So I'll shape change. And then I'll go, "Come on, dearie, I can hear the tavern calling my name."
And
Me?
Aragol
To Arabelle.
To Arabelle.
Aragol kind of takes your arm and rolls his eyes a little bit, and he says, Just don't make yourself so apparent, please.
No.
Gam.
Gam Gam's got some trick up her sleeve, Sonny.
Well, if Gam Gam gets us kicked out of here, I am not helping you again.
Gam Gam's going to slap you in the mouth if you keep arguing.
So be it. And he just kind of leads you a little bit.
Can
go ahead.
So I was gonna say, can I take a look at? I don't even know, like, the steps to finding a missing child when you're like trying to be super hidden, like.
Detective.
You gotta get really low to the ground.
I know, like, what do I? Can I?
You gotta question people that we
I know,
trust.
I gotta find people. Can I roll like perception to see if I see any like anybody out but a guard? You know,
You sure
that's not a
can.
guard, you know, to try
Hello.
and find someone to talk to.
Sure can.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll for stealth for going to the tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna say
plus-
with advantage because you do have Argal with you, who is kind of been doing this for a while, sneaking in and out of Valaki when it suits him, and also you don't have very far to go.
Do I have pass
We have
without a
pass
trace
without a
on?
I think
Yes, you do.
Oh God! Oh, I meant to say I touched myself, but I didn't say
You didn't.
it. So
Okay.
it's 16,
Okay.
which is
Alright.
lower than my passive. Oh.
What are you
16's
gonna do?
lower than your passive?
Or no, 16 is my passive.
Winnie.
29.
Okay, 29, and Argal. I'll have him roll. Why not?
You can share my
Natural
29.
Well, I'm
No, it's fine. He got a
following
natural 20. He's fine. Try.
I'm just looking as I follow them.
Roll
so sh-
stealth as you do that as well, Mariah. And with a perception of 16, you can pretty easily infer that there's
That's an
no one
18.
on the streets right now. People are avoiding being out, it seems. 18, okay. It's a pretty fast hop, skip, and a jump over to the Blue Water Inn, but you make it. Let's go, move boards over to the Blue Water Inn real quick.
Okay.
I shouldn't have told him I was gonna slap him in the mouth. That was rude.
Why am I blind? There we go.
I had to get rid of Rolf's mini. So sad.
Oh, don't say that.
So
Why
sad.
would you? It's too soon, Derek.
Too soon, man.
Okay. There you go. Let me get your minis in here real quick. Just a moment. Sorry about that.
Oh, I have something I want to do when we're here.
Find your
Like
man.
before we even go in.
Are you coming with us?
Yeah, I said I was coming with you. I was just actively looking around
I
because
wasn't
I thought
listening.
we were.
Let's see. Twyla, where are you? Where's Twyla's mini? This is driving me crazy. Wait,
Did
what?
you make
What
it
the
I feel like I'm-
unique?
feel like I'm going crazy.
heck? Of course I'm in a unique. Of course.
It should just be in the unique, unique what you
I know.
columns tab.
It should be, but all of a sudden we have 2 minis for Marcus and Triceratops, and we have none for Twyla. Don't know how that happened, because I
Oh.
didn't... Oh, maybe... Did you morph into...
Yeah, I'm the old man right now.
This doesn't make any sense. Well, that's strange. I can't find you, but,
Alright.
I mean, I didn't do this. Yeah, hold on.
What did you do?
The hell is going on?
Would you like your standard form or your changeling form?
Just put my regular mini down.
1 second.
I have no permissions for this one.
I know. Give me a second.
You need permission.
What color was your board?
It was blue.
There. All right.
Alrighty. Crisis averted.
Oh.
And then it was you two and Aragol. Okay. So as you guys enter, you markedly notice that it is way quieter in the Blue Water Inn than it usually is. There's like one table that has a couple people at it, and they're very, very quiet. They're not really merrymaking. It more looks like they're nursing their drinks and talking in pretty hushed tones.
Drinks, you say?
Yeah.
You're not there.
Oh, Zach.
Drinks. drugs.
Curse you!
Group
Eric, there's
potions.
one thing I wanted to do before me personally, like Farron went into the tavern.
Sure.
I was just gonna see if if I spotted that raven that I was friends with earlier that I was talking to.
There are a number of ravens, as always, perched atop the sign of the Blue Water Inn in particular. You don't recognize any one of them in particular, but there's like a small little flock there. Seems like there perpetually is a small little flock there. A murder, I guess.
Okay. Oh, I can't even
Murder.
At any rate, as you guys enter, Erwin, who is like kind of polishing off some of last night's plates and tankards, kind of like looks at you all and has a warm smile for you guys and beckons you over. Looks over towards the only table that has any patrons, and then looks back to you and he says, "Well, it's good to see you guys again. I didn't know when I would."
Well, I'm Gam Gam.
Arabelle sits down, keeps his hood up, and you can tell that he, just by recognizing Farron, he's associating this as the party, or at least representatives of the party. And he looks between Arabelle and you, Gam Gam, and he says, "Any friend of Farron's is a friend of mine. Why don't you take a seat? Have some drinks."
I'm gonna sit down and then I'll shape change back into the half-elf.
Oh, well, that's quite the trick.
I love him. Need to be lately anyway.
He's like, "Oh, don't do that too much around these parts. You'll garner some attention. It's the last thing you want right now."
Yeah. Hey, speaking of attention, what happened? We heard there was a duchess of sorts?
Right. I didn't see her. I was in here at the time. Made quite the entrance, that one. Some royal woman. No one I've ever heard of before. I don't think she's from Barovia. But apparently she came here with some royal procession. And then when one of the guards of Ezek's crew raised understandable protest to her just entering our highly secured walls, I don't know what happened, but that particular guard is now a pile of ash.
Oh.
People have been very frightened. Vargas, and he kind of like leans in a little bit, puts his forearms on the table and says, "Vargas is holed up in his manor. He hasn't left since. He's giving orders to Izek, but since he won't leave, Izek is more or less running the town right now. Not like there's much of a town to run. No one's leaving their houses."
Well, what did she want? What was the whole procession for?
Well, I don't know. Announced something about a royal masquerade. Quite some fanfare. It would have been something almost like a jolly occasion, and we could use those with the lacking of jolly occasions we've been having in spite of Vargas's attempts.
So it was just to invite everyone to a ball?
So it seems. There were several wagons in that caravan. She must have been quite an opulent sort.
Have you heard any rumors about her?
Not in the least. She came and went like the wind.
I'll tap my fingers on the bar, thinking for a minute before going.
Oh!
Yeah.
Excuse me. Shot potion went down real rough.
Tyler will think for a moment before going. Well, do you know anyone who to speak to about getting accommodations for a masquerade?
Well, and he kind of like rolls his wrist a little bit in a gesture that's almost like he's thinking. I've got to be honest with you. I'm not really one for more formal fanfare as it is, and Valaki doesn't have much in that way, but best idea I could think of would be there's a tailor in town that Vargas's wife every now and again will go to, and the Baron himself might have some good amount of clothing.
What's the name of this tailor?
Hold on a second. And he just kind of like puts his hand on his brow a little bit, like he's thinking. He's like, yes. I don't remember. She's just across town. I've never been there.
I'll keep an eye out. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, just one other thing. And he reaches into his pocket. He pulls out a single gold piece and he puts it on the table, slides it over between you and Farron, and says, Stefania dropped back in before she left, and Elvir. Said this was for Lobren. For, helpful efforts, or don't remember what she said.
Got it.
Wow, how generous.
At any
Well,
rate. Go ahead.
Have you heard anything about a missing child?
Missing child? No, not in particular. What's her name?
Oh, I don't know. I just heard that I was hearing word in town that there was a little girl who had gone missing, so I thought maybe...
Argal is wrapping his fingers on the table as you're saying this, and he pipes up, interrupting you, and says, Arabelle was her name.
Okay, well, I didn't know if you wanted me to say the name.
He doesn't even look in your direction. Keeps his head down, and he says, Have you heard this name? Erwin just kind of like squints his eyes a little bit. He says, No, can't say I have. How long ago was this? And to which Argal kind of looks upwards a little bit, meeting him in the eyes, and he says, It's been only a few nights.
Sorry, I was giggling because you were talking to yourself.
I'm playing Dollies right now.
That's what it always feels like.
Well, I'll come to you if I hear anything, but what do we think, it's foul play or some manner? He kind of looks between you and Twyla.
We don't know, but we think it's a possibility.
Well, there ain't much people around, but you could ask those over there. They might have seen something. But if she's a child of one of yours, and he kind of flicks his head in the direction of Aragon and says, "It'd be really surprising if she was in these walls."
Who would want to do something like that, do you think?
Oh, don't know, but there's all sorts of strange folk about. Come to think of it. Oh, nah, couldn't be.
What?
No, what were you gonna say? Don't stop that sentence now.
Well, there was, a few nights back, we got around these parts a bit of a man of repute, let's put it that way. He's a local fisher, fell on hard times, came in here ranting and raving about Vistani magic. It was the last I saw of him. I had to kick him out. He was too drunk.
Stani magic?
Oh, yeah, superstitions. Some people around these parts, those with wool in their heads, tend to think the Vistani have innate magical abilities or are lucky, some manner of such superstitions, you understand.
Everyone's gonna look to Aragol at this.
I'm gonna look at him.
He just kind of rolls his eyes. And then he pipes up again. He says, "What was the man's name?" Well, it was Bluto Gargarov. He was a fisherman.
Gargarov.
That's what gets you, not Bluto?
Like I was like, okay, Bluto, that's pretty weird. Well, let's see if you can bring it home.
So, where's Popeye?
I'm guessing there are only there's only one fishing dock area around here.
There's only one place to fish around these parts. That's Lake Zarovich.
Yeah. So where do most of the fishermen hang out? Around in that area around there?
If they're fishing. Well, it's not one of the major occupations around these parts.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna look to Aragol and say, do you think we should check it out?
Do we have any other leads?
I don't. Do you?
No, I don't. So chase shadows we shall.
Alrighty.
Pretty much, yeah. That's the best we can do.
All right. We're going to quickly jump over, time bubble over to our friends, the Riders, Ark and Lobrin. Real quick. We're
Did you
gonna...
forget Loprin's?
No, I was looking for the map. I did not forget Lobrin's name.
Oh,
We're going to Svalish Woods.
Polish woods.
It's always the Svalish Woods.
Paper
It's
won't-
always-
Some other woods.
Paper won't tell us who's taking the potion till after break.
There was another one?
No,
Why we
bastard!
Or maybe she means Derek after the break, because she used Audrin's emoji.
Dodge this, you
But she's
bastard!
probably-
Oh, it's Derek.
I thought so.
All right.
Oh, it's
I'll
Rick!
take it after the break.
I'm trying to shorten it a little more.
You
It's
said
Rick.
Swallow Woods.
Riders, not Rick.
I just want to know.
I'm gonna
Where
morph
is
my horse.
Lobrin?
I'm going to have both of you roll animal handling checks to kia your horses at the fastest possible rate you can.
Yeah.
My horse is
yeah.
intelligent, and I can have conversations with it.
I hear that, so we'll give you advantage on your animal handling. Lobrin, on the other hand, you got to hold that 10.
Unless I
part
use
of
info, which I will not.
Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure with Fine Steed, I don't need to roll animal handling to control it. I'm looking that up now.
Feel free to. In that case, it would be like an athletics check, because riding is a very strenuous thing. You are going to have to perform some manner of something in order to maximize your speed here. This is an urgent
Can I
case.
roll athletics?
I suppose no, I'm sorry. You got to hold that 10.
I had a +7 to athletics.
Damn.
It's like my best skill. I'm a very athletic man.
If you were carrying coriander, then yes, maybe that would be the case.
With that beer gut, Lovren's got that athletic on tap.
Yeah, there is that's a
He's got a gut.
hefty people can be real strong.
He's got like that he doesn't look so strong when you look at him, but it's like, whoa.
If you ever seen like the world's strongest men, like the lifting competition, they're all pretty portly men.
Yeah, that's true. Just like Lobren.
There you
This
go.
is the ideal male physique. You may not like it, but this is what it is.
Peak performance looks like. Yeah, that's right.
That mustache is peak performance.
The mustache is at
Mhm.
peak.
Handlebars are how you perform on a vehicle.
And the rest is your life.
I will roll an athletics check.
Go ahead. Make that
I
roll.
rolled it. It's not showing up. It disappeared. It literally just disappeared. What is...
That does happen sometimes.
All right.
Ain't that just
I
the way?
will- It's... What is...
Honestly, even if you rolled a nat 20, and you would have to decide to leave Lobren behind to really make the most out of that. If you're going to be sticking with Lobren, then it kind of doesn't matter what you roll.
I'm going to try
It would
rolling
be-
on
It would be average at that point, right?
Well, no, because his performance on the horse is not going to make Coriander go any faster.
That is true.
Coriander's like, shit, I'm envious. That fucker's moving. I gotta-"
So this one, thankfully, is not disappearing, but it looks like it might be having some connectivity issues, so it's not showing up.
Odd. In that case, we can just...
Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Yeah, just tell me it. That's fine.
So it is... I rolled a 12, and then I have a +6 to athletics, so it'd be...
Okay. So, are you choosing to go ahead of Lobren a little bit?
No, I'll hold back,
Okay.
because we're also searching, so we don't want to...
Right. You guys are making the
Just
fastest
to-
pace you can, but it's quite clear that Coriander is still pretty worn out from having been like completely blown the fuck up earlier. Just the same, you guys are making a good pace, far faster than anyone on foot could have. You are trying to catch up on hours of a lead. And now I'm gonna have you roll one last thing. I know, I'm sorry. Ark, you can take your passive if you want, but both of you roll perception as you're searching.
Or roll for it, just because I think.
Can I ask Artax to aid me or make a perception check on his own as we travel?
Sure. One or the
Which
other.
would you prefer?
Uh,
One or the other?
Your choice. Your choice.
Well, we have the same perception, it looks like. So I think it won't matter.
That's basically just advantage anyway.
Oh, he has a +1. I have a 0. I'll
Well,
roll
I want to see what
advantage.
arc rolls, but I might use inspo here, depending.
Okay.
So I just want to say that before. Now you're rolling
Oh.
that.
All right. So Artax notices it before you do, but you guys are on the road at like a pretty steady gallop. We're not talking like, like professional horse racing or anything, but you guys are making a very sturdy kind of rate. And after about 2 hours on the road, your horse, Andy, notices a form on the horizon and lets you know with your telepathic bond. Form that has auburn hair, sword at her hip, and is making quite a brisk, active walk.
I'm going to pat Artax and mentally communicate thanks, or thank you, before turning to Lobrin. Excuse me. Lobrin, I think, well, our target might be straight ahead of us. How do we want to proceed with this? She's probably going to be pretty aggressive in going after Strahd and her brother.
I know she's straight ahead of us, but how far down the road is she is the question.
How far ahead, DM?
I don't see her. That's why I'm saying.
We're talking like a couple, we're like, probably about 50, 60 yards.
Oh, okay, not
like far, like we're talking like you can see her, but like if you were to yell out, she would probably only barely hear you. So I guess like 100 yards, like that would probably be what that equivalent distance is.
Perhaps we should catch up with her first and then try talking with her.
Oh, is she nearby or something?
She's straight ahead, maybe 300 feet. It's difficult to see in the fog. I wouldn't have seen her without Artax here. And he gives Artax another pat.
Yes, I see her now that you've pointed her out. Damn, my vision is not what it used to be. I think this place is playing tricks on me.
I think this place plays tricks on all who live here. We have to find a way out soon.
Anyway, what are we going to say to her? I'm gonna keep riding closer as we talk. So, once we're upon her, just let us know, I guess, DM.
You're closing distance. Go ahead and finish whatever exchanges you're having as you're approaching.
I think I'm just going to speak from the heart, and hopefully she will
Maybe that
respect
might
our
not
opinion
be
as
the
friends.
best choice.
Well,
We should try to convince her to... She's not going to give up, but we might be able to convince her to belay her stay until, or her journey until she can join us. Because I think we're going to end up going to the same place.
So I agree, she should go to the ball with me. That's what I was going to argue. We were both on the same page with just sort of different paths.
You see Ark, despite the fact that he is wearing a plate metal mask, do like a double take and then like think. And then he just doesn't say anything.
Alright. I speak half in jest, I say. Let us
Actually, I was gonna say it might not be the worst. I keep an eye on.
I cope when I lose friends.
Alright, yes, then I'll do it, Ark. Also, I'm still not forgetting what you did earlier.
Yes,
serious
please
point.
RP as though Ark admitted to killing your friend.
Yeah, he's just like, I just want you to know that even though I appreciate us doing this and your support as my wingman, seemingly, I am not forgetting about your decision to kill Rolf.
Nor do I expect you to. Although, I fear it won't be the last hard decision we'll have to make. I fear for the rest of your retainers, if I'm being honest. They're not... Sorry.
The retainers, by the
Wait,
way, have
no,
stayed
no.
back with the party.
Well, you
Of
said
course.
that
I
made it
hope-
sound like you're gonna kill them next.
I don't know how to say this gently, so I will say it bluntly. As poorly as we are cut out to being here, your retainers are even less so. It might be worth... Well, it might be worth having them stay with either the Vistani or in the city for the time being.
I do that as much as I can, but at the same time, I don't trust them out of sight either with strangers in a strange land. At least if I'm with them, I have a chance to protect them. I couldn't this time, but I have before, and do it again if I need to.
Never lose sight of our enemy, though. Strahd is powerful. He will probably make us... I think his goal might be to get us to turn on each other at some point, for his own entertainment.
Trust me, I am unified in the cause against him now more than ever.
All right. And you guys, as you approach, as you get a little closer, I'd say within like 30 yards, Irina turns in an almost like alarmed sort of way and draws her sword very quickly with a sort of like shaky hand. She aims it at you two. And then she lowers it a little bit. And she just kind of like, but she maintains it in hand. She says, "Stop. Don't come any closer.
Good reflexes.
I've been practicing."
Let's see. Do you intend to go and fight Strahd yourself?
I don't know what I intend.
Free your brother?
When were you going to tell me?
He asked us not to.
And you agreed.
Yes.
So that's it. Lock me in a chapel, leave my brother to die.
We are working on a plan.
Great plan.
No, not that. It's
Not that.
more
A different plan.
complicated. A little more complicated, but there's a lot of moving parts, and it starts with this masquerade. We're going to need to work together if we're going to defeat Strahd. Splitting up and acting on our first instincts seems like something he's trying to get us to do.
Do you know why Strahd, well, seeks you? Covets you?
He told me once. Said I reminded him of someone.
It's a bit more than a simple reminder. He believes you're the reincarnation of someone he once loved.
And
I fear he would burn the world just to get to you, and I don't think we realized the severity of that until we encountered him not too long ago.
she kind of lowers the sword a little bit so that it's resting by her leg. She says, "I don't know how I can trust you. Any of you. You think you've had it difficult because you've been here a few weeks? I was here my whole life. I've seen loved ones turn into husks of themselves. It's been me and my brother against everything. For decades. I'm
And
not
I don't-
sacrificing him. Not for you.
I don't ask you to. I don't ask you to sacrifice anything for us. We helped you, yes, but we're strangers compared to family.
It's at this moment that, I'll say with your passive perceptions, it's quite apparent that there are eyes, yellow eyes in the woods that are catching the moonlight as they're sort of encircling the perimeter of the woods around you.
I don't ask you to give up on your brother. I don't ask you to give up on, well, whatever revenge you plan to get against Strahd. But at least go in with a level head. We are trying to come up with a plan. We have I don't want to say too much here. There are eyes watching us and likely ears listening. And Ark is going to nod over towards where the light is, what little light there is reflecting off of the yellow eyes.
They're getting a little closer.
Wolves.
Yeah, it's very clear that they are wolfish forms, dire wolves in the perimeter of the woods around it. They're getting a little closer, but they're not entering the road. There's more of them now. At first, it seemed like there was only 5 or 6, and now suddenly there seems to be something close to a dozen.
Ark is going to start looking around. Please, we do not have much time, and we cannot stay here. It is not safe. If you want a chance of rescuing your brother, if you want a chance of doing anything against Strahd, please come back to town with us and let us prepare as a group.
Ark, I'm going to need you to roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Yikes.
Can I help him? I'm here
No,
too.
you can't.
Would you like to go out with me to the ball?
Yeah, exactly.
Go with me to...
I don't think that. I think that would be mega disadvantage if you asked her that right now.
I wrote a little poem for you, Irene.
Oh god.
Irina, oh, you should have seen her.
I just need to check to see if something resets
Your back,
on a
apologies.
short rest or a long rest.
What is it? Divine sense?
It's a super persuasion.
Yeah.
Super persuasion.
Persuasion. Power up. My second Altered Beast reference on the stream.
Please say short rest.
He's doing his magic move.
Otherwise, this bitch is about to get mauled by wolves.
That's what I'm concerned about.
I know. I'm like, she's literally just gonna die. I don't. Well, Strahd probably wouldn't let it happen. He would know
I could use it on a
somehow.
short rest, thank God.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna use my super persuasion.
Roll it on the road right in front of your character.
Let's
Alright,
go, super persuasion.
Let's see where's my character? Where's the board, actually?
You are
Well-
in Svalish Woods?
No, I know, I'm in Svalish Woods. It's just missed. There is no board. Where did it go?
You gotta roll tighter.
How did you roll the first time if you didn't even have a board?
I don't know. I looked, I alt-tabbed out, and now the board is gone. I think I'm having...
Well, just try clicking on the board again and re-entering it.
All right, since you're having issues,
You want me to just roll a
oh,
flat
oh.
d20 and you can add your
Oh, cool.
modifier?
Okay, it's back.
Okay.
Wonderful. I really hope my internet does calm down soon. So disadvantage.
Festivals.
right for your character, please.
Wait,
Where did they
there.
go? Okay,
And then that's going to be a +5. So
Okay.
14.
14.
Do we want to use viewer inspo on that?
Andy, you have inspiration.
Hold on. Oh, I have inspiration?
Oh, you want community?
Yeah, he won community.
Yeah, Ark,
Oh,
Ark,
I missed
Ark,
that too. What?
Ark
You
does
should
have
use
got a
that.
community
You should
stuff.
use that here.
All right, I am going to use that, and I'm also going to use my reborn feature. So I'll roll that one more time. Is that going to be a doubles again, or just a normal roll?
No, you roll one more time. That's it.
But if it's disadvantage, how does that work?
Yeah.
Then he'd still be taking the 9.
Roll that one more time.
Well, that
Fine,
means
you
he
can roll-
re-rolls the 9, right?
Roll at disadvantage one last time.
Yeah, you re-roll the 9? Oh, okay.
So I'm rolling at disadvantage again?
Yes.
Mhm. Yep.
Just a fresh set. Yeah.
Let's see.
Into the fog. Oh my god, it's the same fucking thing.
All right, and I am going to use...
That's even worse.
Oh, yeah. It's still a 9.
The 9 was
plus
the same
3.
thing.
So it's going to be 17.
Okay. All right. Irina looks to you, then to the wolves at the perimeter of the woods around her. You can see that her chest is kind of rising and falling a little bit, and she's got her hand on her, like white-knuckled around the hilt of her sword. She says, I've been a pawn in too many people's games. I'm not going to be a pawn in yours.
I'm not
He's
asking.
my brother. I'm going.
Oh boy.
And she turns, and as she turns, one of the wolves comes into the road just before you. As it steps into the torchlight, it walks on 2 legs.
Oh.
And in a slow morph where fur becomes flesh, there is Strahd once more, just before you.
I fucking knew it.
And he stands between you and Irina. He kind of greets both you and Loban with a deep, formal bow. He flashes you a fangy grin. Says, "It was a worthy attempt, Ark. You have quite the silver tongue under that helmet." No, but I must admire her vigor. Irina kind of turns. She's got eyes like saucers, and she steps back a little bit. She doesn't say anything.
What is your game here? What do you want out of this? Is it more entertainment?
Well, right now I'm just looking for pleasurable company at the ball. I expect I shall see you there.
10 minutes. What happened?
Strahd's back.
Fuck.
He was one of the wolves. He's in the woods.
10 minutes I was gone.
You shouldn't have left.
You missed a lot.
You missed her fighting.
Art is just going to look to Lobren, look to Strahd, and look to Irina. Well, I guess we'll see both of you at the ball.
She is not yours to torment, Strahd.
Who's being tormented? You know, it's so funny. You were asleep at the time. Would you like me to regale you with the details of what happened to your friend?
Rather not relive such a horrible deed.
Well, you won't be reliving anything. You weren't awake. It wasn't up to me, you know. No, it was one of your friends that chose.
Ark already told me. You cannot pit us against one another the way you think.
Well, Ark lied to you. It was not him that decided. It was Lucia. I gave her the choice.
Boy.
And you know, her eyes fell upon you first, and they lingered there for some time. That would have been so convenient to get rid of that loud, boisterous annoyance. But no, I think she thought better of it. Why don't you think on that, Lobren?
Oh, boy.
There's a shakiness in his voice as he says this, and he kind of like looks down and around a little bit, but he goes, "You're lying! You're lying to me!"
No, Lobren. You and I, we are different than many of the others. We understand the weight of responsibility. I suppose Lucia does too now.
He just is solemn after that. Thoughts are kind of running through his mind. You can tell he's taking a moment to process what was just said.
At any rate, you all have finer garb to acquire. I won't have you entering my halls for such an occasion wearing that. Now, he turns and he gestures another low bow to Irina, and he says, "We have much speaking to do, my love."
It's so creepy. Sorry.
If I may, is there any recommended attire that you have in mind?
He kind of looks over his shoulder at you and he says, "Use your imagination." And he walks towards Irina. Irina, for her part, is kind of like steps back a little bit, raises her sword a little bit, looks to the wolves, then to Strahd, and then to you two, just past Strahd, and then sheaths it and begins walking with him.
Oh boy.
Work cooked.
Irina! This isn't right!
She looks back at you. This is your last moment to say anything you're going to say to Irina before we take a break.
Be safe.
She just gives you a nod, pursed lips, and then walks until she's out of sight.
God damn.
And with that, we're going to take a quick 10-minute pee break, smoke break, whatever it is you got to do.
Hope
And
break.
we will be back at 8 48. Go ahead
Hey,
and get you a drink. I'll go get me a potion.
Holy shit.
I need to stop. My
boy.
cats need to stop fighting. Every time they do, I miss something like fucking.
Yeah,
huge.
you missed some key stuff.
Yeah, that was
Anyway,
big.
be right back.
I'm really mad at that. Actually, damn it.
Enjoy the slideshow, lovelies.
Ooh,
Slideshow.
slideshow of all the art.
Oh man, this
So when is it
fucking
gonna turn?
bites.
When is it going to turn into a slideshow of all of the characters that we've lost in the Strahd campaign?
In memoriam.
Probably by next week. At this pace.
Well,
Honestly,
the merch got ordered, so we don't gotta worry anymore.
I literally just announced the Strahd merch at the start of the stream. This fucking blows.
We're all gonna die.
To be fair, it'd still be awesome to have them, even if they do
Yippee!
die.
I am honestly super surprised. None of the player characters have died. Yes, we did lose a player character early on.
They're not
But they're
technically
still-
dead.
Technically alive, even if they're not being actively played.
Yeah, it's not like a true, like, loss.
Exactly.
This is rough.
Although I am somewhat interested in seeing what happens if a player character dies.
Because
Because
they have characters like lined up.
Well, supposedly
I'm-
their souls can't leave, so, like, I wonder what happens.
that's what I'm curious about. Like, what happens when a player character dies? What happens? Like, they can't pass on. Do they turn into a ghost? Do we just have a trail of ghosts following along, cheering the party on?
That's even spookier.
It's just like your own little crowd.
So we didn't get Irina back. We have barely any leads on where this kid might be.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I get why we need to help the kid, but we have priorities right now. Like,
We have to help the kid.
Lucia has to help the kid. In character, she would also help the kid. Out of game, I'm just like, why the fuck are we...
Well, even out of game, we need to do this. We need Arabelle. He was foretold for us.
That
He
is
was
true.
foretold for us.
He was the ally that we were foretold we would have, and if we don't do this...
We think he was the ally foretold. We're not 100% certain about it.
I love Grub's
No, I thought
art.
it was confirmed it was Arabelle.
It might
I love
not
Grub's
be.
Noel, Lucia.
And that's Derek. Derek, I know you're there. Derek.
He might have stepped away.
He just typed Banui.
Benoit.
I can picture Derek typing that and then immediately leaving.
I'm gonna kill him.
Confuse people.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Hey, Winnie.
Yeah.
Even or odd? Real quick.
Huh?
Even or odd, real quick. I'm trying to
Even or
decide
odd?
something.
Odd.
Okay, we're getting the new one. I'm doing a thing, trying to figure out which one I was gonna get.
Oh.
The goblins.
Oh. Well, you should get Lucia, of course.
That's what I meant. So I was saying, is it new design or old design?
Oh.
I couldn't figure it out because both of them have their own charm. One is pure innocent, the other is murderous and envious.
I will be right back.
If I get that gun and Lobrin comes back, I will shoot him.
Oberyn do.
Is that what he's gonna do? Is what he's gonna try to do to me. We're so cooked.
We are incredibly cooked.
We're so cooked. Like,
I wonder what would have happened if I succeeded that persuasion. I doubt Strahd would have just let us go easily.
honestly, I think it's better that we didn't.
Yeah, I agree. The decision is out of our hands. It was left
I'm
to
back.
the RNG gods.
We're so cooked.
Yeah,
Derek,
things look
since the
bad for you right now. Go ahead.
Since the moment has passed, can I ask a question regarding that interaction we just had?
Sure, I might not give you any information necessarily, but let's see.
That's fair. I was going to ask, if I had succeeded on the persuasion check, would Strahd still have, like, popped into existence and, like, taken her?
Who knows?
Oh, okay.
She probably
cool.
would have been closer to us, and we could have maybe like tried to do something.
We would have had to
Come back, by the way.
2v1 Strahd.
I'm back.
We
Yay!
can do it. We can do
We
it.
can 2v1? I think we could.
Bezos.
Oh boy.
Actually, it'd be 3v1. I think we can convince Irina to help
You
us.
did it. 3v1. He would probably just kill us and take Irina.
Probably.
Get ready to make a new character, Andrew.
Well, he left, so we're safe for now. However, there are the wolves.
Well, I
And
don't know if they're actually there, or they could be magic, or we could just leave.
Oh boy.
There are fights you run from. This is one of them.
This is one of them.
I knew it was gonna come out that fucking Lucia did it.
Yeah, I just wasn't going to be so fast.
I know it was quick.
Yeah, I did not expect Strahd himself to be the one to say it. Like the next.
It hasn't even been a day.
Like 3 hours.
Oh my god, yeah, it's been like a few hours.
I was thinking, maybe like at the masquerade, Strahd be like,
I was expecting
it was Lucia, but like not just on a random road. 3 hours later.
I came out on the horse though, then, because now I got answers.
Yeah, but now
I will shoot you if you try to attack me.
Your guns doesn't work.
What gun?
Yeah, but
I will throw the gun.
You're
at
gonna
you.
go back to Blinsky and he's gonna give you a little pop gun.
it sounds like a cork.
It just says it's like a flag that comes out and says bang.
I'm surprised you didn't ask if he had like a toy hammer.
I was trying to think of my morning star.
squeaky
could fucking,
hammer.
like, be filed off for a hammer.
It turns into like a Lego gun or something. It's
Hey.
like Roblox. It doesn't even look real anymore. It looks like a toy.
I have my digital frame running alongside me. There's no Lobran art yet, though. It's all Alvara right now.
Alvara. You gotta get some Lobran art, man.
I have something in the works with the people that I'm running.
I'm so happy I got art of Audrin and little bunny flocks, but I do not have art of Strahd yet, so I'm gonna have to work on that.
Art of Strahd?
Art of Strahd von Zarovich.
Just Google,
right
bro.
there.
Just Google.
No, I need my art of Strahd.
It's just like your face on Strahd's body.
Oh god, no.
Oh my
Strahd.
god.
Strahd von Derevik.
I want Strahd, but it's the Count from Sesame Street.
That's
Well.
probably Google.
Yeah, it probably
Yeah,
already
no way,
exists.
no one's like not done that. And we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
You know what? You're right, Paper. You did, but we can't include that in the comp. So, you know what you did.
I have to specify that the slideshow is for safe for work pieces.
Paperwork pieces. I draw Strahd once.
All right, is everyone back?
Yeah.
All right, fellas, let's go. All right, anyway.
Oh, that plays during the masquerade, during like a goofy sequence where we're like running through Strahd's castle. Like, every scene cuts to like a different action moment, you know?
yeah. You know what? I'm waiting for it.
You know?
Anyway,
And the band is playing on despite all of the chaos going on around it.
I'm assuming.
Style.
Oh my god. I'm assuming, Lobran and Ark, you guys are making your way back to Valaki.
Yeah, I think so.
I took my potion on break, Paper. Don't you worry. Didn't skimp. All right. So why don't we cut back to Falaki crew.
I'm gonna be silent the rest of the ride. I just want to say that.
He's not talking to Ark.
Blue Water Inn or City of Valaki?
Oh shit, I don't know. Wherever.
Oh shit! No
Where
one
do
else
you guys
knows
go?
either. That
Oh,
just kind of
well,
clicked in my head too.
Derek, I see my actual
Twyla-
token.
Twyla and Farron were at the inn,
All right, and it is.
but Lucia was at the toy shop.
I was leaving the toy shop basically after that.
I
I
didn't
probably
even
would have
tell you where we were going. Oh my god.
I would assume where we'd go.
Yeah.
We have a hangout spot.
Yeah, we only have one. Yeah.
We're just fucking losers going on one place.
Do you
to
see
hang
like
out.
my actual token yet, Derek?
Why? What do you?
Well, I need my actual token because that has all my morphs and stuff.
It's sorry to say, it's just not here.
Uh,
I don't know what to tell you.
it's on the other
Any-
board. I saw it.
Oh, it's strange.
It's fine. We'll figure it out.
Anyway, I've got 2 Lucias. I've got 2 Marcuses. I've got 3 Marcuses. I don't know why. Delete one.
Maybe one of them's like transformed Twilight.
Oh,
That's what I
Derek,
assumed, but
don't forget your paper potion.
I drank it. I said.
He told her.
I missed it though, so I'm gonna need you to do it again.
Wait, hold on. Is it this one, the commoner? Let's try this.
Yes.
Do it again, Derek. Do it again.
Yes, that's me.
Yay!
Do the roar.
There we go. I have all of my fun options on this one. Such as this. Oh, and you got rid of him.
Aha! Oh, it's gone.
Why'd you get rid of her?
I don't know, he just deleted me.
That wasn't intentional.
The shapeshifter.
I turned into Strahd and you deleted me. That's the other one. Damn it.
I know.
You phased out of existence.
There can't be 2.
What if you just go off that gamble and then we despawn the other one?
50-50, your character is completely deleted from existence where Strahd is.
Or other
That's a
50,
good
we win
gamble.
the campaign. What's the most you bet on a coin flip?
The most you bet on a coin toss. There, that's what you're getting.
It's a great movie.
Okay. So you guys are in here with Arabelle having some drinks. At this point, we'll say, Lucia, if you want to enter the scene, you certainly may.
Yay!
She would.
That's what
Okay.
I was gonna ask. I want to hear about that guard if she tells us.
If it comes up relevant, see.
Okay.
Hey, Lucia.
I'll save it as my get out of jail card when Lobrin starts yelling at me.
God. Did you have any luck, with your situation?
Not much. Met a peculiar character.
Who?
He made puppets. He had a monkey.
Ooh. He had a monkey?
He had a monkey.
Where did you go?
You should have been there. You could have added it to your repertoire of animals to copy.
I've already seen monkeys.
I did not know you've seen monkeys.
Where did you go? Where there was a man with a monkey?
Just
makes
one of the
toys.
shops.
Huh.
This is a weird town we live in.
A man with a monkey.
This is a very weird thing. Anyway, we were thinking about checking the docks, maybe? Not Lucia. Farron looks back to Twyla and Arabelle.
Reasonable.
I'm still like a half elf, but I'm gonna pat Arabelle's hand and go, Dearie, your Gam is going to take a minute to browse around town. Why don't you check out the docks?
Do you want me to go there, now?
I don't know, is that what you're doing?
Farron more, I've seen monkeys.
I get favorite lures I've seen monkeys.
I suppose I can meet you there if that is what you'd like.
Well, I thought Farron was going with you.
Is she?
I don't know.
I was.
All right then, so shall we. And he just kind of gets up from his seat.
So it's
Pushes-
me, Argal, is Lucia coming as well, you said?
I'll follow.
Okay.
Getting away from the places Lobrin would know I'm at.
Before we split the party again, Twyla, what are you doing right now?
I am going to investigate further within the town, both for clues about Arabelle, and I'm going to see if I can locate where this tailor is.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. I'm going to have you do it from the blue water inn. Go ahead and roll investigation for one and perception for the other.
Investigation. There's one. Investigation's a 15. Perception. Oh, is a natural 1.
Okay.
Yikes.
With 15, looking around, there's basically no one outside other than guards to ask. I'm gonna have you roll stealth too one last time. Sorry, last check you're gonna have to do.
Okay.
Wandering around the city right now is precarious.
That's gonna be a 16.
Yippee!
All right, so no one spots you. You spend some time looking around. You don't see any specific clues or anything like a struggle, any signs of kidnapping of any kind. But you certainly don't see any signs of a tailor either. All of the buildings more or less kind of look the same as each other. It's very frequent where it's hard to tell shop front from just standard home. You make your way to the Arsk stockyard, and there's that. Hi, Quentin.
Hi, Quentin.
Hi, Quentin.
But otherwise, nothing is super apparent right now. And even if there was one, you're reaching an hour where it seems likely that it would be closed.
I'll try again in the morning.
So be it.
I'll go back to the
Cut.
inn.
All right, now we're going to cut to you two heading towards Lake Zarovich, which at present do not have a map for. So we'll stay on City of Vallaki for now. Move to City of Vallaki.
Okay.
Yes. Where is City of Vallaki? I'm on City of Vallaki now.
I'm in front of the church again. Where there was
Why are you in front of the
City of
church?
Vallaki.
It's just where it teleported me.
Oh, God. Quentin, think about what you're
Oh,
doing!
it's for Lobrin.
Oh, this is my third of the night if we're counting groups. Cheers.
Get in there.
Cheers.
Woo! Alright, so as you guys make your way up
Lovren's drinking the pain away.
there's the north road that leads out of Vallaki. It goes upwards in elevation, heading towards the Baratok Mountains. And it's only about a 5 to 10 minute walk before you guys see on the horizon before you quite the expansive lake with a singular island in the middle of it. It's a beautiful sight with the mountains behind it. Even now, at late dusk, quite dark in Barovia. You can tell that if there was radiant moonlight here, this would be quite the romantic sight.
Write that down, Twyla, for your lover.
Oh, no, let me write it down. Wait, there's no moonlight here.
This is the night. I'm going to have both of you roll perception.
Okay, I'm gonna touch myself.
You could do that to me. Okay.
Actually, yeah, I'll touch you.
Paper. Okay.
Paper.
17.
I rolled a
17
natural
plus-
20
Oh,
plus
natural
7.
17 plus a D4.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's my first. I gotta take a picture of that nat 20. I
Hey,
think that's my first of the
Flaccid.
campaign.
Unnatural 20 and with a 27.
You
However,
touched my favorite and I got a
Favorite.
flaccid? No way. Sorry. That was
Only
one of my
you,
worst
Oh
jokes.
my
Favorite.
god.
Paper
so
just
we'll-
did fan art now.
Lucia, you're able to see a good amount of details from the silhouette of the lake, but it is quite dark, and Barovian darkness is advanced darkness. Looking about, you can see that on the far side of the bank, left side of the southern bank of this very large lake, there seems to be the silhouette of 4 rowboats that are just like on the soil. But it's quite the distance away, and you can barely see their silhouettes. But you, Farron, can see that there is the silhouette of a figure, portly man figure, about 200 yards away, who seems to be working at one of the boats, kind of sitting it upright, getting some cables on it, as well as what looks to be a fishing line.
Okay.
And like a sack large burlap sack.
A large burlap sack.
Now this is quite far away, so it's mostly like you're making out shapes, but that's kind
Yeah.
of the impressions you're getting.
All right, I'm going to relay this to the group and motion them to Lucia and to Arabelle, and motion for them to follow me. And I want to try and stealthily approach to maybe like not scare this guy off, but I also don't want him to hop on the boat. Like, is there risk of him like?
It's very clear he's setting up to make his way out onto the lake, or like
So
a
I
late
guess we
night
gotta
fishing
catch him
session or
fast.
something.
Yeah, we
But,
gotta so if we were to move stealthily, we probably wouldn't catch him.
You're not necessarily. He's setting up the boat, and it's not quite certain how long that'll take. But go ahead and roll stealth, and I'll say roll athletics as well, both at the same time. Both of you.
Okay.
I'll do it for
Okay.
Arabelle as well.
I'm not very
And
athletic.
I
Not one on
also-
stealth.
No,
Anyone?
before you say anything, I realized I have one level 2 spell left, so I want to cast Pass Without a Trace again.
Yeah, but they already rolled stealth, so.
My bad.
No dice.
I thought you said you were out.
You have to
I
announce that
realized
before.
I was looking at my spells. I know I was going to, but then you rolled so fast. All right, I won't.
Such is
cast.
the way.
Uh,
Such is the way.
Any takers on the viewer inspiration?
A natural 20 on my end, and then you said athletics as well.
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna touch myself for that one. I have +0 to that.
Make sure you do that as well.
5.
I got them a 5 as well.
Wow, you guys are.
Oh,
So you-
okay, it's a 9.
So Arabelle, I'm assuming you announce what you're seeing.
Yeah, I told them, and then like beckon them to like.
So
move with
Arabelle
me.
is quite effective at being both fast and stealthy. He seems to have a knack for it, and he makes his way ahead of you. And as you guys clamor to keep up, you're stepping on all sorts of crunchy twigs and gravel and all sorts of. And especially as you get closer, you see this figure. It's quite dark, but you see him kind of perk up and look in your direction as he throws like the burlap sack into the boat.
Oh.
And he kind of turns to face you as you approach, and he says, "Oh, you have no closer. Who goes there?"
I put my hands up. I'm like, we don't mean any harm. We don't mean any harm. We just have some questions.
Arabelle has his hand in his jacket, in his cloak pocket, but he kind of like stands at your side, doesn't say anything, and kind of just has narrowed eyes towards the guy. He says, "All right, speak your piece then."
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, I'm the one who has to talk right now. That's that's in character
Hello.
for Farron. Hi. So we are looking for a missing girl. Arabella. Is it Arabelle or Arabella?
It's Arabelle.
Arabelle, do you have any idea of a missing girl's whereabouts with that name? Have you heard anything at all? And I'm like scanning his face, like I guess would it be perception or insight, like to see if like...
First of all, even from like only a few yards away, it's kind of hard to see the guy. It's very dark.
Oh shit. Well, okay.
So if you'd like to, so what he's going to say is, "What's she look like?"
I'm gonna look to Arabelle and say, "Well, tell him."
She looks a young girl, about 10 years in age. Long, dark brown hair, brown eyes, many freckles. One of the Vistani. And then this like large, portly man by the boat and says, "I haven't seen anyone like that, but I'll keep an eye out for you. I'll tell Izek I will." You're going to be rolling insight, not perception on this.
Yeah, it's a check, please. Okay. Oh. If I touched myself, would he notice?
Yeah.
If I got myself? Yeah.
Yeah, this is a spell that you would be doing, so yes, you would
I'm
understand.
not gonna do it. I'm just gonna roll. That is a 23.
This guy is drunk, and he seems.
Oh, we're getting a raid.
Hey guys!
Yeah, thank you so much for the raid.
Good to see you.
Welcome,
Not,
welcome.
not only is the guy piss drunk, very clear, like you can smell the alcohol in his breath even from yards away. He seems very on guard.
You wouldn't mind if we had a look inside that haversack, would you?
Told you I haven't seen her. You don't need to be looking through my effects.
Well, if you haven't seen her, then what's the harm of me looking inside?
The harm's my privacy. That's what the harm is. And you're not going to be looking through my effects.
Yeah, this is like this would go nowhere. We're doing nothing but making an enemy.
It's at this point that Arabelle has kind of stepped forward a little bit.
I do kind of want to insight that.
Well, go ahead. But as you're doing this, Arabelle is going to be
Yeah.
reaching in his cloak pocket and stepping forward, and he's going to say, "Come now, what's the harm? You show us 5 minutes, we're gone. Never speak to us again."
13.
Oh, I already rolled.
Never out.
Yeah, I mean, even with a 13, this guy's drunk and sketchy.
So
As
a
Arabelle
young
starts getting
girl?
closer, the man, whose name you do not have, kicks the side of the boat so that it goes into the lake, and he says, "I'll be going now."
Sir, a young girl's life could be at risk. We just need all the info we can get.
Well, and you better stop wasting time and go look for her.
I don't
This
know.
guy's
I
a
don't,
dick.
I don't trust it. I don't know. I don't know if he's just an asshole or.
Yeah, everyone here is an asshole.
But he said that he was acting that he's sus with my 23.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
Don't be
suspicious.
Don't be
There's something
suspicious.
wrong with this guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna look to Arabelle and say, I don't think we should let him leave. Do you? Not until we've checked that bag.
So at this point, the guy's going to get a little bit more aggressive. He's going to stand upright, even though he's got a bit of a drunken swagger to him. The boat is floating a little bit out into the lake at this point, to the extent that he'd have to be like up to his thighs just to get in the boat. And he says, "Now look here," and he's going to step forward. It's at this point that Arabelle is going to draw a dagger and attempt to stab him.
Oh!
Whoa, whoa,
Wait!
whoa, 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 whoa.
Aragol, wait, chill!
Wow, this is the ally y'all foresaw, huh?
Oh, Aragol, no!
Oh, it's
I'm gonna
17 to hit.
Oh!
Oh, fuck.
And this
Sneak
guy has
attack
the
damage?
stats of a commoner.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Commit murder on the lake.
I'm running to catch the boat as he does
Well,
this.
everyone, we've officially
Aragol, no!
So let me describe what happens.
Aragorn flew the fuck off the
So
head.
this big drunken guy starts stepping forward and blustering a little bit, and Aragol lunges forward like a snake, with a large kind of like Bowie knife, just like right into this guy's like solar plexus. And all you hear from this large guy is
Lucia
as he
almost
falls
yells, but then like
over
forcefully covers her mouth.
backwards, his falling back into the shallows of the water, splashing. If there was sunlight upon it, I'm sure you would see trailing blood in the water. Then only Aragol stepping forward, walking towards the boat, wiping the blood off his dagger, saying, "See, negotiation's over. Now, please,
my
the
God.
bag."
What if... Oh god, open the bag. If if she's not in the bag or something that can help us find her is not in the bag, I am going to kill you.
As you're untying the bag stirs a little bit.
Oh my god.
Oh, thank fucking
Oh,
God.
fuck.
Stop.
I'm untying the bag and opening it as fast as I can.
There is the form
Fish.
of a young girl in that bag, seems to be asleep but stirring.
Fuck, you're a psychopath, but you at least have like the right intuition.
Yeah, really. I knew. Okay, I'm gonna say, Aragol, is this her? And I'm gonna like be like, wake up, wake up.
Aragol beats you to it. He rushes over to the boat, takes the girl in both of his arms, and hugs her tightly to his chest.
Imagine she just says, "This is not the girl." Just like pushes the boat out to the water.
We just saved another child from being fucking kidnapped.
He just stabs her too. I don't know you.
With the sleeping girl in his arms, he walks out of the water, holding her tightly, his face inscrutable, and he says, "If you mean to do any good, your instincts are going to need to be a little better than that. But this is her."
I wasn't gonna let him leave. I was
You
gonna
know-
try and intimidate him, like in, I don't know what this.
Lucia's kind of staring at him, and she kind of has the face of, "Fuck, you're making a point." Like,
He does have a point. I know, I get it, but like, all right, just push his body further into the water. Maybe the current will take him out.
Oh.
Help me get the body in the water! Help me get the body in the
Put
water!
the boat in the water.
Argo
Gently
gently places this young girl's form on the bank and kind of, and just like very, very softly, he's being very delicate with her. And then he kind of turns to you all and just kind of like gives you a kind of like annoyed expression as he says, there will be no guards coming out this way. And if they do, there's no way they can trace it back to us. Why don't we leave?
Okay, but I'm
You're
casting
right.
pass without a
Move.
trace on us.
Move. But
Very
you
well.
said you had a spell slot.
No, remember I looked and I had one and then I
No,
wanted to
this is
use it,
Lucia.
but then I couldn't.
This is Lucia. Wait, you said you were tap dry.
Yeah, well, I thought I was, but then I realized I have one more. I'm sorry.
Drew on
I
some
got one
inner
more in
strength.
me.
Drew on some
I got one
inner
more in me. I got one more in me. I regained some strength. So I'm casting pass without a trace as we go back to Arabelle. Where do you want to go?
I'm taking her back to camp. You can meet me there if you like, or you can go back to Vallaki. Either way, you know where to find me.
Okay. And wait, was there some sort of... Wasn't I supposed to get something from helping him?
I mean, we're gonna get there.
Yeah. Okay. For now, we have to meet up with the rest of our party, but we will find you in camp again, okay?
So be it.
Please
make
get there
haste.
safely.
He gives you a nod, and then he walks with Arabelle in his arms.
Okay, cast pass without a trace on me and Lucia.
Okay. It's at this point we will cut back to good Lobrin and good Ark as you make your way. You've arrived back in Vallaki. At this point, it is
Ignore that.
nightfall.
I'm just doing my dice.
Nightfall. I'm gonna go ahead and say that you all make it back to Vallaki around the same time for convenience sake. It would be close enough with give or take a little bit of wiggle room as far as like the hours go.
That's fair. I have no problem with that.
Okay, so we'll start with Lobrin and Ark. Where are you going in Vallaki?
Blue water.
Blue water. Okay, is that
Are
the same
we
for
able
everyone?
Are we able to get in easily, or are we gonna have to stealth in?
You're gonna have to roll a stealth check, absolutely, but you remember the secret passageway that Aragorn showed you.
That sucks, because stealth is not my forte.
I'll give it your best.
Before we enter, Ark is gonna recommend that we doff our armors so that we're not clanking.
Lover, what are you
around.
wearing under your armor?
Nothing.
Yeah, that was my concern.
I'm kidding. No, he's got, standard.
Bro's going just
Noble
full
clothing.
commando.
Mhm.
He's
Full
got, like,
commando with metal.
Just like
chafing.
noble clothing, you would see the emblem of House Broken Gulf emblazoned across the chest of like a gambeson.
Okay.
Ark
Yeah.
is
Roll
gonna
that
spend
stealth.
time doffing his armor and changing into trap.
Sure, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
And he's
gotta-
also
we
going to
gotta
leave
anyway when we go to
Artax
bed.
outside in the, like, slightly in the forest.
Okay,
Coriander, and that's a 14 on the stealth.
good. And Ark?
Well, that's not. I'm not rolling this at disadvantage. Yay!
Yippee!
Where's the roll? Where's the? No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm
Oh
gonna,
shit!
I'm gonna use a thing.
8?
All right. So as you make your way into the town easy enough, you manage to find the loose board and get in with some ease. And you're making your way around the alley. Logan, you're doing surprisingly well, especially without your armor jingling and going clickety clank. Ark, as you step into an alleyway, just ever so slightly too abruptly, at the street just opposite it is a battalion of guards who are walking past. One of them turns their head, looks to you, says, "You there? Stop! We have some questions for you."
Oh boy.
And they begin making their way towards you.
Oh
For
boy,
me-
the session's gone all kind of tits up. Like,
Do they see me, or can I sneak away?
No, they see you. You're with him.
All right, you're gonna have to talk your way out of this.
What can I help you with?
You Where were you last night? The Festival of the Blazing Sun. Where was your location?
Oh, well, we were at the Blue Water. We had a little bit too much to drink and passed out.
All right. Roll deception.
With disadvantage because
Ark.
Lobert in his boxers.
No.
He had
I
a
feel like
little
that
too
would
much to
actually
drink.
Yeah.
The day after, too. It was kinda
Robert's just
crazy.
giving like a smile to the guards, like, how are you?
Okay.
Just standing there like a lost child.
Yeah, basically.
He just kind of
I'm gonna-
narrows his eyes.
Before you say anything, I am going to use the last of my ability things.
Go ahead.
My reborn.
Oh.
Damn it! I was hoping for a 4 on that.
I was hoping for at least like a 3. I've been rolling really poorly tonight. I need to stop.
You had a
All
good
of us
fir-
have.
You had a nice first half, and then
He kind of narrows his eyes at you a little bit, looks back to his battalions. There's 4 other armed guards, pikes, swords at their hips. Some of them with chainmail, some of them with standard gambeson. They're all trained guards, and he looks back at them, looks to you, kind of scrunched up mustache a little bit. Says, "Well, you know, and what do you know of one Rectavio? Used to run a circus wagon around these parts. Hasn't been seen since last night. What do you know of him?"
Oh,
That was last night. Crazy.
Lobert, don't open your mouth.
I know.
face the name.
I know
Lobert, don't
he
open your
would-
mouth.
You're not here.
He was frequently at the Blue Water, if
He
I
was
recall
at the Blue
correctly.
Yes, he was at the Blue Water quite frequently. He would, well, he would tell these crazy and wild stories, and then, well, I don't remember half of them. I usually ended up hitting the.
You are like
He
the
was
most
pretty hard.
polite, well-spoken drunk they've ever seen.
I know.
What else happens with drunks? They start
Okay.
interacting with
This
people.
is-
We said we
And
got
you saw him last night, did you?
No, I don't think I saw him last night.
didn't recall seeing him either.
Roll disadvantage. No, sorry.
Ew.
Roll deception one last time with advantage because we'll say Lobrin's helping you here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I was just so worried
concur.
Lobert was gonna have to roll.
All right.
My deception is a 0, in fairness.
I know. That's why I was really worried you were gonna have to roll deception.
Actually, wait, is that charisma?
I'll take the
Ooh.
21.
Base, yeah.
That's really good, Andy.
That's
I'll take the
insanely
roll.
good.
See, this is why I have.
The
His
advantage.
This is
eyes
why I
are-
have.
Guard's eyes are still narrowed, and he's still kind of like looking at you inscrutably a little bit, and he says, most peculiar. He seems to have left the city at some point, but he's a suspect in an ongoing investigation. We have one guard's word that he left the West Gate with some strange battalion of crew. Didn't get their descriptions, but you see anything? You can come find us.
I am going to give a nod of the head and say, "Of course, I'll report anything as soon as I find out."
And we'll be telling Izek of your identities.
I'll
Take
go a
both of
step
your names
further.
now.
I'll go a step further and bow. Yes, thank you so much for your
Oh God.
real efforts.
Well,
It's mutual.
I'm going to knock Lobrin upside the head.
Ouch.
yes, well.
That's my
No.
name, actually. Ouch. Ouch, Browski. Pleasure.
Is that actually what you say?
Yeah.
Roll deception one last time.
Oh, Lobrin.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Go ahead. Lying your way
Ugh.
into a grave here, buddy.
Oh!
You're going to jail, dude.
Your name is what now?
Nothing. It
No,
was
turn.
I'm
Will
sitting
you-
in my throat.
It
It's
was,
over.
it was
so
just
this
a
time-
joke.
This time, Ark is going to actually just like slap Lobrin like decently hard. Will you stop joking around?
You know, I
They've
don't think
got their-
I've seen either of you two about so much.
Oh,
The guard said that Octavio left with strange folk, didn't look like Valakians. You know, I think you'll wait here with my friends and I'll go get Izek. We'll go see what he has to say.
that
Oh my
sounds
God,
like a
Lobrin.
That's
wonderful
no
idea.
trouble at all. No trouble at all.
Thank you for that. Tell him
All
Al
right.
Browski sent you. Yes.
Oh, I'll tell him something or other. You wait right here, and you three. And he turns back to the other guards. And he says, "Don't let them move an inch until I'm back with Izek." And then he
May I make a small request?
kind of turns his head as he's walking away.
May we rest at the Blue Water? We've heard they got a new shipment of wine. And kind of wanted to try it.
All right, then we'll have Izek meet us there. You three go with him. And they all kind of look between each other. They look a little excited at the prospect of getting to go to a tavern on shift, but and he walks off.
Gentlemen, prepare to have
Ark
the night
is going
of
to
your
just
lives.
glare at you. Will you stop fooling around?
I'm
This
not.
is serious.
I'm telling these gentlemen they're in store for some good wine and fun. I'm sure you gentlemen appreciate a good drink.
Oh, and now you gotta act like nothing's wrong when you just learned that
Ark
I killed
is
your
going
friend.
Damn
to
it.
slap his head and be like, "Why did I have to get stuck with you today? You're always like this after a night of drinking."
How do the guards respond?
They're just kind of like, one of them's rolling their eyes, and the other two are kind of talking to each other, kind of like in a hushed tone, talking about like meeting up with such and such for a drink. He's usually there around this hour, yada yada.
Yes, I know such and such
Well
very
read.
well.
Oh,
I know he is a fun one. That guy.
So
my
I'm gonna
God.
walk over to Lobrin and get as close as possible and say, "Please, for the love of gods, stop talking. You keep digging us deeper and deeper into a hole, and at this rate, we won't be able to help anybody."
Thing we already hit bedrock, Ark. It's not gonna do
No,
much else.
no, we hit bedrock and you grabbed a pickaxe.
All right, well, we'll cut to the Blue Water Inn right now. We'll say all of you guys are there with Lobrin and Ark being the
Could I
last.
have done
of-
something before everyone showed up since I was there first?
Sure,
I'll be right back.
sure.
Okay. You said there was only one occupied table. Was that still the case when I returned?
There's one fewer of them there now, but yes.
Okay. Interesting. I'll keep a note of that. I'll just go find, I guess, like, this table that's tucked over the side over here, and,
The retainers, the Elizabeth and Bruno are still there.
They're there.
Oh, they're at that table?
Mhm.
I want a
They
table
are.
by myself.
Okay, this table right in the middle here will do.
Okay, that's not very private, but alright.
You're just gonna leave them alone?
I'll
There's
join them
also
in
the
a
table in the
second.
back. Sorry, that's Rolf. He's dead.
Whoa, daring!
Ah,
Oh my
uncalled
God.
for. It's not like I killed them.
I'm gonna go sit
Anyway.
over,
She starts seeing,
over
like, his
here or
ghost.
something.
Sure.
And just keep to myself for a bit. And the only thing I'm gonna do, since I completely botched my investigation, feeling a little defeated, she's gonna come grab a glass of wine, and after a few moments waiting for everyone to join back up, I am going to use my last 3rd level spell slot that I got with Arcane Recovery, and I'm gonna cast Sending.
All right.
And I wrote this down on paper and counted the words out so I don't have to pause every 2 seconds to count. But I'm gonna cast Sending to Rudolph.
Okay. What do you say?
She'll say, "We're being sent to a
Fuck,
masquerade at Ravenloft. Worried for us and you. Please be safe. This could be dangerous." And then she'll pause for a second, and then she'll go, "I wish you were here."
There's a few moments of silence, and then there's a response in your head that just goes, Keep your wits about you. You're a smart girl.
Slay.
You'll be all right. Stick close to your friends. We'll be in touch.
Are you counting on your fingers?
I was.
It's hard, right?
It is hard.
What a spell, right? Like,
I love that about it. I think it's funny.
sending is like its own language because you gotta figure out how to shorten long ass sentences to like only a few words.
Why do big word when few word do trick?
Shortly thereafter,
exactly.
everyone else arrives. Farron, Lucia. You see the retainers. You see Twyla.
Hey, Rolf.
Bruno kind of has like his head in his arms. Doesn't look as though he's been drinking. Elizabeth is writing something in her book.
What restraint, Bruno?
Shortly thereafter, Ark and Lobrin enter with 2 guards. One of them stays at the door, and the other 2 hail over to the two at this table over here and go sit with them.
Lucia's immediately gonna go like.
Before one of them kind of turns to you, Lobrin, and says, "I don't think we won't be keeping an eye on you. Just going to get a drink stall."
Oh, no, gentlemen, I wouldn't have it any other way. In fact, I'm going to join you if that's all right. Erwin, can we get a couple of rounds over here? 4, please.
Oh my.
And he gives you a nod, raises a hand as if to hail you, and he starts getting to work on the spigots immediately.
Lucia's gonna kind of like eye
sit
towards
at the
Ark
bar.
and like shrug as in like what the fuck happened type moment.
Ark is just going to sigh and nod at Lobrin, and then he's going to go to the bar and say, "I need a stiff drink. I've been stuck with a half-wit for the past several minutes, and it's given me a headache."
All right, then that'll be 4 then. I'll get right to it. And he starts positioning these tankards on the table.
Is this still Lowbird crash out Ark?
What's
Guess
up?
so.
We had Lucia's, now we're gonna get Lowbirds.
Okay, so all of you are at the bar. What are you doing right now?
I'm watching
I
this
am
from
going-
afar.
I'm going to nod to the group and I'm going to try to get their attention and maybe see if they can potentially help.
So, while he's doing that, my goal is basically to get these fuckers swashed. Like, I want them to get drunk, and I'm thinking I can outdrink them in character.
Oh,
That's my
God.
goal. And then we can, go from there.
Who
Have
let
the
bro
big
cook?
character. So,
Then the tankards start coming, full of your standard purple grape mash, just like the cheapest wine on tap. And he places at the table before you. And the guards immediately start catching up one amongst each other with some of the commoners that are there. 2 gentlemen and a kind of like a short cut hair, stocky woman as well. Start talking about tonight's shift, the sort of mood Isaac's been in, and how they've been walking on eggshells around him. But they sort of keep it a little bit hushed and sidelong glances towards you as you sit next to him.
I'm going to try to jump in the conversation at some point and just go, so, while we're waiting, I'm curious to sort of hear the weirdest thing you've seen around here while on guard duty. I'm sure there must be some sights. As we down our drinks.
Can you repeat that first part?
Oh, yeah, I'm curious to see, like, what... I said I'm curious to see what the strangest thing you've seen while on guard duty was.
I will, seen all manner of weird things, but I think the strangest would
I
be,
love his voice.
what Isaac does with that hand of his. He's got some manner of strange fell power.
Oh, well, do tell, please, my good man.
I seen him cast fire right out of his fingertips.
Fire out of his fingertips. Now, that is something. I have been known to maybe possess some magical abilities myself.
Oh no.
God fucking damn
They
it.
kind of look between each other, and then the woman pipes up and she says, "Oh boy, I imagine Isaac will be wanting to hear about that little ditty."
Little fiddly diddly.
This Isaac seems like an interesting character.
Oh, he's got a temper on him, I'll tell you that much.
And, The hand thing, what's, sort of spits fire. What's sort of the deal with that?
Sometimes we place bets on who's got enough guts to ask them about it. No one's done it yet.
I see. Now,
This is where Ark is going to walk up and say, and specifically to Lobrin, and it isn't going to be you that asks. I know how you get after a few drinks.
Oh, the hand thing. Well, I might have to. How much were the bets going for? And he'll look to the other three, like, how much?
The first starts talking again and goes, oh, I'd put in a handful of silver to be seeing something like that. Don't expect you to keep your head, though.
He'll look to the others.
Ark is actually going to speak up and say, actually, on second thought, you should ask him.
Ark is in agreement.
There's a sort of wiry guard, too, that kind of, like, looks to you and says, it's your funeral.
Well, cheers to that. And I'll raise the goblet.
If we keep drinking here as much as we usually do, it's going to be our funeral sooner rather than later anyway.
They raise their
Ark's gonna
tankards
raise
with
his
you.
glass.
And they drink as well.
Right. Owen, another round, please.
He's already hot on it.
Cool, great. Let's get these fuckers drunk.
Fuck, I hate how you're cooking. Like,
Ark is catching on to what you're doing, and he's in on it. He's kind of betting on his...
like, who let bro cook, and then like, shit, he's actually cooking.
Farron, Lucia, Twyla, what are you doing as this spectacle's going on?
I'm just trying to keep my head down and not, like, pay any attention to myself.
So I'm across the room from literally everyone else, and I'm seeing them at the bar with this group of guards, and assumingly, like, I get the picture, they can't leave, so I'm gonna make eye contact if I can with Lucia and Farron with a look of, what is going on, what do we do?
Lucia's gonna, like, shrug, and then kind of just, like, point at them and, like, make a miming drinking motion, and then just shrug again.
I would, like, motion for Twyla to come over so I could update her on the situation, unless, like, she's content with staying there.
I'm gonna casually and so nonchalantly pick my cup up and just, like, make my way across the room.
To, like, our table, not where they are.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not joining them. I would go over there with everyone else.
You should join us.
No.
Twyla.
Let you be amazed with my magical prowess. Actually.
So, in a very hushed tone, I'm gonna say, I know it was fast, but we did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
you
then,
found
like,
her?
Lucia will just, like, make, like, a shaking motion.
I didn't find any signs of anything anywhere. I was trying to see if there were clues around town. What happened?
Turns out the docks were the way to go. I spotted a man getting ready to take off in a boat. And I don't know why I'm actually whispering. Just pretend I'm whispering. I spotted a man. He was... Can I take a look around and roll perception?
Sure can.
Farron's always spotting me.
Huh.
I know my passive is 16, but I don't know if that's, like, high enough to... 18.
Okay. You see Lobrin making merry with the guards, who seem, like, wary at first, but increasingly more keen on it as the drinks start coming around.
Okay.
This is actually gonna work, maybe. Like,
Well, that's excellent.
the worst case scenario, we've got to lump over a drunk Lobrin.
Well, that's amazing news.
So yeah, we found her because I spotted the guy with the with a pretty big haversack. I had a bad feeling, but he's dead now.
What?
He's dead now.
What do you mean he's dead now?
It wasn't because of me. It was Aragorn.
Hello.
What did he do? That wasn't part of the... Hi, Lucia. What is going on? That wasn't part of the plan.
The guy was clearly really suspicious, and we were trying to prevent him from leaving. And then he
did kidnap a child.
Yeah, so he got all
You did
big.
get, yeah, that was my thought. But...
I really don't feel bad about it, honestly,
No,
because
what's fair is fair, and that's
he
fair.
kidnapped a child. But he took her back. She's safe with him at the Vistani camp, and we should probably get back there soon after. If we can get ourselves out of this town, and as I look over to...
Here.
The only issue is we have to stay here to, I guess, get ourselves some clothes and finish Lucia's gun.
Yeah, so once we do those two things, I think we should
I don't
go
want to think
back
about
to
weird
the
puppet man again.
Puppet man, oh my god. I want to meet this weird puppet man, by the way,
You
Lucia.
put some respect on Gadolf Blinsky's name.
I'm coming with you next time you go to that store.
I want to meet the monkey.
It's... How do I put it? He was a weird individual. He seemed very eager, happy, and had weird toys.
Sounds like me.
Yeah,
You have
do you
toys?
have a puppet of... Do you have a puppet of... Excuse me. Shillelagh!
Well,
Do you have a puppet of Strahd? And, like, Lucia will kind of, like, cock her head.
A puppet of Strahd.
He has a puppet of
Ugh,
Strahd.
That's
Like
really weird.
Like, yeah, and then she'll kind of, like, whisper, like, even more hush, Irina.
What?
What?
That's so crazy.
I don't know. Captain of the guard.
What, the guy with the
Personal
weird arm?
commissions. Personal commissions.
Ew, really?
That's
Yeah.
really...
You think he, like... I don't want to think about it.
Well, you know
Either
what?
He's really into Irina and super creepy about it, or there's something deeper going on there.
Oh, gods, is everyone in Barovia obsessed with Irina and creepy about it?
I mean, I'm obsessed
I'm gonna
with
look
Irina.
over
Am I
my
creepy
shoulder
about
at
it?
Lobrin as I say,
Am I creepy about it?
I mean, she is
What?
really beautiful.
yeah, it's true, but
But-
you don't gotta be a weirdo.
I mean, the captain of the guards, look at him. He's pretty weird looking.
He's got a weird arm.
Not to judge.
Why do you work so fast, Paper?
God.
It's paper.
Wait, Paper
What do you
posted
expect?
something?
Looking not safe
Serious?
for work.
Oh my God,
I
you're
gave
good.
Paper permission
Oh
for something.
my
This is what
God.
it is.
Paper, you fucking cooked so fast!
What are you doing, Paper?
We can't show you guys, you're
Yeah,
too
we're
young, it's
allowed
not
to show
appropriate.
it.
Oh, it's
You're
not
too pure.
loading! Hurry up and
We're
load!
appropriate, but if you want to check it out, you can get all of our
We
stuff
should
over
not
the
link
Discord.
to the Discord right
Oh
now.
no!
Yeah, take a look.
People
That's
go to
funny.
Barovia and all
Oh,
they
the
do
art
is
18
is
plus.
loading for me. This
18
is
plus.
terrible.
Let's clarify this
18
now.
plus. You need to be
Yeah.
18 plus. If you're not, I will
We should
smoke
put that
you.
in the server message now,
The
actually.
way our Discord makes it seem is that the moment you get to Barovia, you're just like endlessly horny.
It
But
has
actually,
a-
this is a horror setting.
I think the server actually does have like an 18 plus verification on it, but
God!
I meant like the Nightbot notification, like the text.
oh, true, I can change that.
Devil works fast, but paper works faster.
Twyla's gonna say, well, this is all beside the point, but great job. That's at least one job well done tonight. Listen, I tried
Maybe
to.
we use this spirit in the off chance that we have to deal with the captain of the guard later on for unforeseen circumstances.
Well, now maybe we have some
It's
If
like
that
lev-
actually
the captain of the
somehow
guard
comes
is
back.
on his way here.
Well, here's the thing: is if the captain of the guard gives any trouble, maybe now we have some leverage.
Or he'll just snap my neck the moment I bring it up.
Well, that's also an option.
He'll rip my head off like the dude from Smiling Friends rips off the nose.
Listen,
Oh
I
my
tried to
God.
find that tailor shop that we were told about, but it's really dark out and I couldn't see too terribly
Well, we
much.
can wait till morning.
I think I know the general idea of where it is, so I don't know. If we're expected at a ball, I think maybe at least tomorrow we should try to find some better clothes.
It's at this moment that Elizabeth kind of saddles up next to you guys. Said, "My apologies, I couldn't help but overhear you. I've been looking around a little bit myself. I believe you're talking about radiant raiments."
Oh,
You're amazing. I'm so glad I didn't kill you.
Lucia!
She opens her book a little bit and shows you a really rough sketch of a storefront. She says, "Yes, I've been making good use of my time here. It's about all I have left to do. Keeps my head out of certain places."
Oh,
This is
man,
fantastic. Hey,
I'm a horrible person.
Elizabeth, I meant to ask, how are you doing?
You're very courteous for asking. I'm doing as well as I can. It's Bruno I'm worried about. They were very close.
Oh boy.
I'm worried
Is
about all
Bruno
of you.
sitting right across from her?
She walked over to you guys. Bruno's at the table with his head
Bruno's
down
gonna
in his
fucking-
arms.
Oh, Bruno, no!
Maybe we shouldn't
Bruno's
leave
gonna
him
punch
alone in this time
Lucia.
of need then. I'm sure he needs allies.
I'm gonna go over to Bruno, you guys. Oh my god. I'm gonna leave.
Before you do, Elizabeth, she's not stopping you, but she says, "Please be delicate. Use small words.
Oh, I'm so
He's-
delicate. You know me.
Well, I just...
And meanwhile, you were just going
I
to town in
don't-
that picture.
I don't mean any, disrespect, but I think he's lashing out right now, so please just... careful.
Hey, it's okay. I could take it. I'm fine. I'll be fine.
Elizabeth, I meant to ask, but how long have you been with, Lobrin's party?
Some years, as a matter of fact. I've known him for a good long while. Believe it or not, he was something of a different man before he got here, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but all I mean to say is I've been with him long enough to I know him very well.
Hmm. How'd he used to be different?
Well, I guess in the way we all used to be a little different before coming here.
Yeah.
He was a little bit more reckless, I suppose. He's still a merry sort, but used to be that the only thing that would kind of reel him in was Rolf. Now that he's gone.
Lucia will kind of just like avert her gaze.
Listen, Elizabeth, obviously I don't know him as well as you do, nor do any of us, but any advice you could give us in times like these for, I don't know, maybe how we could be there for him more, help support him more?
Well,
This is a terrible thing that everyone's gone through today, but especially Lobrin, and he needs a network. As do you all.
I believe Lobrin does not realize how capable he truly is. I think perhaps he never has. Maybe a little reassurance could go a long way.
Oh, you're why God are you giving me your hardest battles?
I'll pat Elizabeth on. I'll just like place my hand on her shoulder and go. Thank you for trusting me with this, Elizabeth. And I'm so sorry.
Well, it's not like it's your fault.
No. It's no one's fault that we've been stuck here, right?
No, not at all. Have to enjoy each day that we get.
Well,
And so I intend to do exactly that. And she kind of seems like stiff as she says that, and she goes and sits back down at the table. At the table across, giving Brunor and Farin a little alone time.
did you almost say Feanor?
Feanor.
Yeah, he did.
That's their ship name.
That's their
Is it
ship name.
Isaac?
As they are having this conversation, obviously, the guards, Lobrin and Ark, are drinking quite heavily. One of the times I go up to order another round, I'm just going to whisper to the guy, what's his name? That's always our bartender.
Erwin Mardukov.
Erwin, yes, sorry.
And we're pretty chill.
I'm
with
gonna go
Erwin.
up. I'm gonna go up to Erwin and say, due to some unfortunate circumstances, it might be best to prepare to welcome the captain of the guard.
Erwin's face goes like pale at this. He stops what he's doing. He stops pouring into a tankard,
Oh.
and the tankard starts overflowing at this point. And he just kind of he looks at you before he stops the spigot, and he says, "What on earth do you mean?"
Well, yeah.
I
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I have to go tend to some things. Please excuse me.
I gotta go hide my
Please.
drugs.
Please, can you please let our mutual friends know that they might want to leave sooner rather than later?
Kind of like he nods and he hurriedly goes to the back. Door slams behind him.
At this, I'm going to grab a bottle if there's one available, just to bring back to the table to keep the charade going for as long as possible.
Stop right
there's-
there, criminal scum.
There's no bottle on the table, but there are a few tankards that he just got. There's another round of tankards he had just finished pouring.
He had to go take care of some business, but I got us another round. It's the only thing to do around here, anyway.
Thank you. So anyway, where was I? Oh yes, so, as I was saying, the first time I rode my horse, now bear in mind, I had ridden as a child, but it had been quite some time since then. And I actually got on the thing backwards, if you can believe that. Backward. I was swinging my sword around in like a sort of whirlwind pattern, just trying to hit anything around me.
A couple of them give you a good chuckle at this, and the first goes, "You know, you're pretty good stock. I've never met a blue blood before, but you don't seem so stuffy like."
Tell you something,
Diluted with ale.
I've been to more squalor inns than years you've all been alive combined, if I had to guess. I knew every squeakeasy in the city I was raised in, and he's trying to keep it a little bit of a secret still. Like, he doesn't want to reveal that he's not from Barovia, but at the same time, like, you can tell he wants to feed them certain details and little story bits to try to, like, win their favor.
How drunk are they by this point?
Most of them are pretty red in the cheeks. Where these are tankards of wine, mind you. This is not just ale.
Damn.
So they're laughing easily and loudly, and conversation seems to flow without much resistance.
Yeah.
So at this point, Ark is going to put down his tankard, look to the table, say, "You know what's always fun, more so than simply sharing stories while drinking, is playing a drinking game."
"Oh, we play some of those. Don't we?" And he kind of looks to the stocky woman. She goes, "Oh, as a matter of fact, we do. But we don't bet on him anymore, seeing because he cheats." "I do not like..." And then he just kind of stops.
At least you get some laughs in for the end of this session.
Yeah. Oh! I want to know what kind of drinking games you play.
And the shorter, wiry one kind of pipes up and he says, "Oh, this one's my favorite. What we do is we see who can drink the most, and whoever can drink the most wins. We call it Drinksy."
I'm gonna give him a slap on the back and say, "I like that idea. We should play."
I'm guessing you weren't the most creative sort in your guard,
Is it just me, or is Lobrin or is Ark acting really jovial right now?
So that's
Ark
going on.
Maybe they killed Strahd on their way back. Like,
If anyone looks at Ark, you might notice he's acting jovial, but inside he is an extreme, excruciating inner pain from doing this.
So first, seeing the next round being placed on the table, he just kind of like looks between all of his friends who don't seem to have any resistance, and he kind of pipes up and he says, "Oh, no, let's hold on for a moment. If Isaac sees us, the sheets to the wind, he'll tan our hides."
That is something that I can get behind. Here's another drink! And I'm just gonna raise a glass. I know he was talking about not getting more drunk, but I'm gonna just try to get them more drunk anyway.
I'm gonna have you roll persuasion on that.
with
With
advantage.
advantage, with advantage, because the wiry one kind of pipes up and he says, "What's the matter? You're worried you can't hold your liquor?"
I'm sure you're all professionals. You know how to have a good time, but also
this might
put
work
on
out.
That's
a good
advantage.
face.
That's advantage.
14.
Okay, 14.
14's
We'll
not
say with peer pressure of his friends, he's just kind of like looks a little nervous, but then like sips the new drink and says, "All right."
There you go. Hi, come on, I thought we were playing Drinksies now, weren't we? And he's gonna point to the other wiry one and give a little wink.
"Aye, Drinksies, Drinksies."
Drinksies!
What the fuck is going on tonight? And she's just like hands are in her head. Like,
So there's actually a drinking game that I used to play. I haven't had a chance to play it in a while, but you seem like a good bunch.
No,
Basically, we go around and we each take turns trying to make the rest of the group laugh as hard as we can. The rest of us have to try to maintain as close to a straight face as possible. It always helped train for when we had to deal with our superiors.
Oh, this cheating motherfucker has a helmet.
You're gonna need to take the helmet off, Ark.
They kind of look between each other a little bit, and the taller one kind of pipes up and says, "Yeah, all right, sounds like a fun and he kind of gets cut off by the sound of the entry door banging open. There are loud, bulky footsteps as the man himself enters with the guard that was waiting just outside. He's got his gigantic, inhumanly large war axe at his back as he looks around the floor. And this is where we shall cut it for the night.
Damn it, he's here.
Boy.
Did the bartender ever warn the rest of the group that that Izek was coming?
When you said certain people, he took that as the other Martikovs.
Oh. Cool.
Well, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
All right, let's start.
I
He
can't
can't-
do nothing.
He can't
Time for
penalize
round
us. Strahd wrote for us by name.
Yeah, they don't like Strahd and Valaki.
No, they don't, but if they do anything to us, they're pissing Strahd off.
Fair point. Anyway, let's start with inspiration. Twyla!
I'm gonna give it to Faerun, because Faerun is the only person tonight that was successful in their endeavor.
I know. a lot of shit
I
going around.
see. Damn. It's not like I
Listen,
got useful information about our puppet guy.
listen. I really like the what you call
I'm
it, the
kidding, you're
nesting
fine,
doll
fine.
that you bought. That is very
I
nice.
did have that.
That is very
You
nice.
never gave it to the child.
Because I didn't know we had the child was unconscious. I didn't fucking think about it.
Next time.
Forgive me that I fucking forgot I fucking forgot about the toy after I saw a dude get stabbed.
You just see a guy get moited, and it's just like, oh yeah, here's a toy.
Toy, don't look at the body.
Don't look. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Faerun because they successfully located, with the help of everyone else, and found the child and incited high enough to make the determination about it.
Yay,
We all
thank you.
we all else dropped the ball.
All right, Lobrin.
This is a little tough today, but I think I'm gonna give it to Archimedes. For you know, the effort with Irina, even if it didn't pan out. You did a lot of talk in this session and trying to talk us out of stuff. Even if it didn't pan out, like I think it was, you know, good RP, and you know, kind of like the drinking thing, jumping in on that too. So yeah.
All right, Faerun.
Bless you.
Bless you. This is hard, but I think as much as he pisses me off in character, I have to give it to Lobrin. Ark is a close runner-up because of his amazing what would have gotten us all out of trouble skills. And even though Lobrin ruined it, he is doing it. He is playing true to his character. He had a really good idea with trying to get the guards drunk, and I like all of the storytelling he was doing. And despite his charisma being so low, he really knows how to work a table. And I was just enjoying that whole little.
He can work a grill.
Yeah. Autism be damned, that boy can work a grill. He did a really good job, I think, in that scenario.
All right.
And also, I was just gonna sorry. With he I think it's interesting how he found out who really was the reason that Rolf died, you know, had to cope with that and then had to sort of just switch it up, you know, for the betterment of the team. I thought that was interesting that he was able to do that so easily, because I don't know that I would have.
All right, Lucia.
It's like, how do I put it? It is like a really big tie for me on a lot of things. This is a great session for like everyone all around. I think I will give it to Faerun because she got like one of the best clutches of like getting a quest complete.
Quest complete.
Because, you know, we get experience points for saving the child.
All right. Hold on a second. Now, Ark.
This is a really tough one. You know, Lobrin was somehow got Ark to start drinking, despite the fact that he has been fasting for centuries. He didn't even consume food at Strahd's mansion, but he's going along with Lobrin's plan, which didn't pan out. The plan very clearly failed. Sorry, Lobrin.
He died. He came too soon.
He was doing so well.
You know, Lucia had the whole toy maker thing, but I do have to give it to Farron for progressing a quest line farther by herself than the entire party has.
It's true.
Especially because that was like probably our last chance to clear it.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
was so lucky for rolling a nat 20 on that. I'm like,
if we
was natty.
do not get put in jail or executed, we are never able to come back to the city ever again. Like, at all. If we get through this...
My hope is that they're drunk enough that they won't remember.
DM, I have a question. What was the necessary perception? Like, what was needed to be rolled in order to see what I saw? You don't have to obviously tell me.
At the lake?
Yeah.
It was a 25.
Oh wow! Damn. So I made it with.
And like we're talking like in the dark of night.
Yeah. Wow.
So that would have been rough. So good work, and that's going to be a Farron sweep.
Thank you.
Ark got to.
Have we kept track of who gets what votes?
Mark got a vote. I got a vote. Yeah. So.
I mean more like throughout the game, like whoever wins these voting roundtables. I'm so
Oh
curious.
no, I never keep a tally.
I used to, and then I just kind of stopped.
I'd love to see a statistic of it.
I don't know if that's beneficial for anything.
I used to, and then I stopped.
That's fair. I just like seeing numbers.
I don't think it's very healthy.
You could go
That's
through
fair.
Community Inspo and see if you're just personally curious, and because we post to one player, and then you could.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Community Inspiration is up now. If you guys want to vote for who you think should get another point for the upcoming week, because
And for that,
we're gonna beat it.
For that, you can go to the Discord 18+.
Discord 18+. Don't look in the Not Safe for Work channel.
We have a YouTube for VODs.
We do.
There's a YouTube and there's merch. There's more merch coming.
Oh, merch! You're right. I was forgetting.
There's some Strahd stickers.
There they are.
We're so cute.
Yeah, I freaking love that shit.
Show them on stream again.
Show them on stream again.
I will. But just before I do anything, giving a big shout out really quick from one that you know and you love, and we love to see her. Giving a shout out to Core for being so awesome and amazing. We love you, Corey. Here's the Strahd merch, by the way. Here's us.
Hey!
Look at that! There we are.
I love
We're
it.
so cute.
I just realized some of you out there that don't know might be wondering why Twyla looks like that in the sticker.
Because she's just going through a goth phase right now.
That's none of your business.
She's going through a trad goth phase right now.
Okay. We will catch you guys on Monday for Decay Within the Ice, and thank you guys all for joining us. What a great session.
It is always fun joining these. It's so chaotic and like some of
I
the
gotta
most fun
say,
I've had in a while.
I'm glad.
We're not a very cohesive group of storytellers, but we do tell a fun story.
In a sense.
Oh, yes.
Well,
What's that?
we'll see you Monday, lovelies. Bye-bye.
Everyone, bye.
Bye.
Bye.